With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The man of the hour, Pablo, Tori, friend of the program. Well, friend of mine, he's now going to be a friend of Cappy's.
Real quick on the thing we were just talking about with Minnesota. Did the player, his contract gets voided?
Yes.
In this case, I mean, if Kawhi Leonard's contract were to get voided, just hypothetically, is he a free agent and can go and do whatever he wants? Is there no punishment theoretically for the player?
It's a very good question. I don't know.
By the way, time out.
That's two.
That's a second good
two.
question
that's
by
two
Cappy.
for me. That's
He deserves a round of applause.
Okay, that's two.
I don't think there's any question about that.
Okay, Pablo, that's two.
Yeah, it is two. We got to give him his due.
Right.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Look, I've been accused, like Harvard University, of great inflation, perhaps.
What are you, Dabo Sweeney now?
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
Barbecue Steve as one of the mongrels. Go bleep yourself, dude.
Why, what happened?
He wants, well, shouldn't you be talking about football right now?
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor.
Give me a freaking break.
And by the way, don't get so upset. Not everybody is a content consultant. Not everybody's a content consultant. Relax.
Throw stuff?
Look, he's throwing stuff. He's throwing things because he gets so angry. Who's this guy? What's this guy's
Barbecue Steve.
Hey,
Shouldn't we be talking about football right now?
Barbecue
So
Steve.
I said to what, you want us to guess? You would rather us guess about what's going to happen on Saturday and Sunday as opposed
tomorrow.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to
7:02. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on this Thursday morning, day number 3.
Yeah.
It's shocking it took 3 days for me to break a pair of headphones. I have broken a pair of headphones minutes ago.
Why?
And now I've got like this weird pair on that's the cord is all cabled and who knows how many times Momo's put these headphones on.
He's got the cord on his ear, by the way.
I see that. What is going on, dude?
What is happening there?
What
happened?
It started early this morning with a lot of nonsense. Then
what was wrong?
Evan Cohen texting, Sam Pines texting, a whole thing.
Right.
Then it started with Sedano. Oh, I've got electrical problems. Oh man. So that.
What do you want me to do? The thing didn't turn on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's go to get an electrician over there. Okay, so that annoyed me, and then Jorge really annoyed me when he hit the brake.
Well, you know what? You annoy us. So how about you just sit this one out for a minute?
I'm not going to sit this one out.
Jorge, tu tienes un primo who's an electrician that can go over and help Sedano? Is that possible?
I got plumbers, electricians, whatever you need. Carpet.
Really?
Yeah.
You got flooring guys?
Yeah, flooring guys, everything.
Oh, really?
Well, no, we got Hernandez, crazy Hernandez brother.
Right, I know we have cousins who work for the Hernandez brothers, you know?
Exactly.
Or in this case, primos. You know?
But I do like that Cappy sounds wide awake at home. He already did a social media video this morning. Good
Look at
morning,
that, Cappy.
Yeah, I'm working it, man.
Cappy, you know what starts today?
Tell me.
Football.
Football!
How excited are you?
I am very excited for the start of football because now on a Thursday night, here's what I don't have to do. I don't have to watch any more crappy baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the Dodgers, man. Holy moly.
Seriously.
I'm
like, thank God football's back so I don't have to watch the Dodgers lose again to the Pirates, or I don't have to watch the Padres lose to the Orioles or whoever's next in line. My God, we're watching some bad baseball. So, yes, George, Give me football.
That was good. That was good.
Thanks a hell of a lot, man.
Cowboys Eagles tonight on NBC as the season kicks off, and on streaming if you got that Peacock.
I don't know if I do or I don't, and if I do,
I
don't know the
we're
password.
going to do this again to start the season.
You know we're going to be doing it for the next 10 years.
Right.
Oh,
Help
my
me.
God. I don't know if I've got Peacock.
Hey, listen. Like you need an electrician, I need somebody younger to come over here and handle things. You know what I mean?
I believe there's a service for that.
Somebody younger.
I need a young person to come over here and help me with all of my streaming. And by the way, they better
Don't you have
it, George.
4 young people that you can go to on this?
Yeah, but 3 of those young people are not living here right now, and one of those young people, when I ask him for his help, he tells me to go F myself. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. Like last night, true story. Like I've never really played fantasy football until last year. And this year, my college buddies said, hey, why don't we play in a fantasy football league? So last night, we all got together on a Zoom call. There were 9 of us on a Zoom call. And it was fun. Like we were having a great time. We were laughing it up. We were talking about old times and whatever. And my son was drafting for me. Right. And I was like, will you at least come in the same room so I can sit here and I can know what's going on? Because God forbid if I log in, then I'm logging in as him, and then if I screw things up. And I'm like, just come in here and sit with me. My friends, we're all having a great time. He wouldn't come in here. He wouldn't let me participate. He wouldn't let me be a part of it. So to ask my son, hey, can you help me with the Peacock login? Yeah. That's asking too much around this place, George.
Don't you bankroll your son?
I do. I
so
know.
Shouldn't he? I mean, in my household, now Sedano could tell a different story because Cuban household was much more strict. But my household of Mexican Italian, if I treated somebody like that, my parents, I would have gotten slapped across the face.
Oh, listen, I would love to smack this guy across his face. The problem is,
why don't you?
He's bigger. He outweighs me.
No, he'll run in the corner and cry.
Oh, you think so?
He's like
you might be right.
Now
he's like 25.
Oh my God.
I know.
Cap, so you're in 2 leagues?
I know. Can you believe it?
Oh my God.
Wait, so you're one beyond the one you went to Phoenix for?
Right. I got into a college buddy league last night, and my son did all my drafting for me.
Okay.
And he's the general manager of the team.
Yeah.
And it's just about bragging rights. This one doesn't have any money on the line.
Okay.
But last night
lame.
they were all I know it is, and they were all talking last night about like a punishment of what somebody has to do.
Oh, I know the punishment.
Let me
Listen
hear.
to Mason and Ireland for 3 hours.
Come on.
Hey,
Wow.
I'm picking up vibrations.
That is a better punishment than they suggested, by the way, Chris.
Yeah.
Because at our school, where I went to school, our main building on campus is called the Cathedral of Learning, right? And somebody suggested last night that whoever loses the league has to get a tattoo of the Cathedral of Learning on their tuchus.
Okay. Do you have any tattoos? You don't have tattoos, do you, Captain?
I'm pro-tattoo for other people. I'm anti-tattoo for me.
Remember he said he's not allowed because of the synagogue?
Yeah, that's not real.
Not the synagogue.
None of that is real. This it's
Sorry,
cemetery.
Okay.
It's the religion.
Yeah. I thought it was the synagogue.
You can't be buried in a
is the
Jewish
actual
cemetery.
place of worship. Yes.
But it's not one synagogue that made the rule.
Right. No, I know.
Okay, it's all the synagogues then, okay?
No, it's not all of them. It's actually beyond just the facility itself. It's the entire religion. So it's even more global than
You
just
guys thought
the
I
actual
was going to
synagogues.
step in it, and producer Lindsay went.
That's not stepping in
went
it. I'm just
religion at
ignorant.
7:07.
I'm sorry that I'm ignorant about the Jewish faith. I'm
Jewish.
raised Catholic.
The Jewish faith.
Hey, Linz, it's
Leave me
okay,
alone.
man. It's okay. I'm ignorant about other religions too. I'm pretty much ignorant about my own anyway. You know, and unless Yom Kippur comes up, and then Bergie, of course, I need a day off because it's Yom Kippur.
Yeah,
you know?
I might take Rosh Hashanah off this year. I think,
Oh, really?
I think I'm going to go with you and
Really?
be take a high holiday
you
off.
can. I mean, you could have always. I mean, to be honest,
You use
with
Ash
you,
Wednesday off too.
Ash Wednesday is definitely something I'm taking off
When did you
going
When's the
forward.
last time you got ashes?
I don't know.
You need to go to confession, Jorge.
How do you guys feel
FedEx
about
or
people
UPS?
who wear the ashes to work? Did
DHL.
you ever wear the ashes to work?
Yeah, I did last year.
You did?
Yeah.
I have not worn the ashes anywhere. I haven't been to anything for Ash Wednesday since I was probably in high school, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, don't feel bad, Linz.
My
When
hairline's
Chris-
receding, so my ashes keep getting higher and higher.
Can we not make fun of Ash Wednesday at 7:08 already?
Nobody's making fun. It's just
I
ignorance.
almost
Sometimes
died,
people
so
are
I
ignorant.
thank God that I'm still here. You know?
Oh my God, 7:08 in the morning. That's the first mention. Not bad. Not bad at all. Linz, I'm ignorant too. When Chris showed up with the ashes, I was like, "Come here, Bubba, come here." I licked my thumb. I licked my thumb. I go, "Come here, Bubby."
It was
come
like
here.
Oprah and Drew Brees.
Come here. I'm like, "You got schmutz right here."
We used to have the day off, like for school, on Ash Wednesday because it was Catholic school. So I didn't know that until I started working.
Gonna love that.
I'm just saying. Used to, when I would see people at work, I'd be like, "Oh, that's a thing." I didn't know it was a thing.
Mm-hmm. It's
so,
a thing.
Cappy, let me ask you this.
You go ahead.
You get in this fantasy league,
right?
Right. You don't. Your son takes it over because he doesn't trust you to do anything. Apparently.
It's not so much that. It was more like when these guys were like, "Hey, everybody sign up for the league." I sent my son the link, and I'm like, "Dude, do me a favor and sign up for the league." And he did, and he signed up as himself. So now all my buddies know that it's my son, not me, which kind of irritated me. But keep going.
The good thing is that what you could do is when you're watching, these games, right? Particularly like a Monday night game, and let's say you do want to watch other stuff. Right. All you need to do is open up that new ESPN app, and you can watch 4 things at the same time on that new ESPN app that you put on your.
Oh, I didn't even realize we were in a read. That's a
This
good
guy-
job, George.
This guy is on fire, dude.
Either on your phone or certainly on your TV, on your smart TV. So let's talk more about this new ESPN app. The most live sports, the best championship moments, and so much more. I already mentioned Monday Night Football. You got college football, so on a Saturday, you can go quad box. NBA, WNBA, NHL, NWSL, college hoops, volleyball, softball, gymnastics, lacrosse, whatever. You name it, they got it. The list goes on and on. Plus, shows like SportsCenter with SVP, First Take right now. Get Up is on another channel right now. College Game Day, the entire 30 for 30 library. It's all on ESPN, okay? All those things that are on ESPN, it's now on the app. So it's all of ESPN all in one place. So sign up now. And if you got
George,
cable, by the way, real quick, if you got cable, it's really easy to just log into your cable and then you've got it. And, if you don't have cable, if you've unbundled, I guess, you can then
pull the plug, pull the cord.
If you pulled the cord, right? You can then
I pulled the cord.
The pay
My cord hasn't worked in a while.
I know, but I pulled the cord. I pulled it.
Yeah, but if you got cable, it's a super easy setup already, or satellite or whatever. But yeah, if not, you can buy it direct to consumer as well. So it's all good stuff on the new ESPN.
Hey, Georgie, I just got a text from my son. I now have the login and the password for Peacock.
Okay, there you go.
Does that mean Justin's listening?
Yeah, well,
good on him. That's why I said you should just ask. I'm sure he knows how to use it. All right,
well, now I'm going to know how to use it.
Right, there you go.
By the way, in just moments, the great Michelle Smallmon from Unsportsmanlike. We just heard her leading into our show. She's part of Unsportsmanlike each
Talking
weekday.
about how she could go a whole month without showering.
I know. What did you think about that, Cappy?
I thought that she was actually right. I think that women could go longer without showering than guys. I think women have the ability to, as Michelle said, be more disciplined, whereas what Canty was saying was that he can't take his own funk. And then you got Evan, who weirdly showers like 12 times a day.
Oh, yeah, he's one of those.
That does not surprise me.
Yeah. But I have a cousin who's also weird like that, and he's 55 years old. He's never been married, and he showers every morning for 47 minutes.
Why 47?
Because he's got it down to a science. He exfoliates and shaves his entire body in 47 minutes daily. So he gets in the shower. He shaves his arms.
I mean, you shave for every day, your entire body? Like, why
George,
is that even
Is he a
necessary?
swimmer?
No, he's not a
I
swimmer.
think he's something else.
He's just a little weirdo is what he is.
Yeah,
and he
a weirdo.
shaves his head, his armpits, his
Hey,
arms.
don't shave shame him, Let
Not
it be
shame
him.
shaming, but that's a lot of work every day.
It is a little shave shaming. 47 minutes of exfoliation, and he brags about it,
Why
too.
doesn't he wax?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Or
I don't know.
get hair laser removal. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Also a good
I could use
concept.
a waxing these days.
Well, Chris, I was going to tell you, he could probably help you out with your problem, your shrubbery issues. Although maybe Briones has a cousin who can fix you up.
Nah, not that kind of service. This fool.
I mean, you don't have a female cousin who does like when they do the eyebrows? What is that called?
Threading.
Threading, yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, Cappy, just because somebody shaves their entire body
Didn't Mason
themselves,
get threaded on air one day?
He got waxed. Laura waxed his eyebrow, and I think she ripped it off.
Laura,
she shaved. Yeah,
Oh,
she
okay,
shaved
that's what it was.
racing
Cut that
stripes
fool
into
straight
his
up.
eyebrows.
He cut him.
He cut him, made him bleed.
And Cappy waxed his nostrils.
That's right. And by the way,
I do
they
remember
need a good
that.
waxing.
Yeah.
My nostrils need a waxing in a big way right now.
That was actually pretty hilarious.
That was
You're
a
not-
Veterans Day remote, right?
Yeah, you shouldn't do that, Cap.
Canteen.
You shouldn't do it. It's bad.
I don't know if it's bad, but it felt good.
Oh my God! I'll never forget when they pulled that wax out of your nose, the way you reacted, you were like, ah!
Yeah.
Dude, I just saw a TikTok of a lady who did that and passed out because it
hurts
hurt so bad. Yeah,
it hurts like a mofo.
You were like somebody who just won. Like Lindsay was making fun of the tennis players when they win like their match at the U.S. Open after like a grueling 5-set match or whatever, and they're like screaming. That was you.
That
basically.
was you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It hurt, dude. It hurt.
It's a great face they make. They're like, it hurt.
Hey, George, real quick, I want everybody who's watching on YouTube to give me an opinion on something, okay? Yeah. So I always talk about how, you've got this really, really great skin on the facha. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I know that you're using some kind of
nothing.
No, come on. They're doing injections into that forehead.
Nothing.
There's not a line on that forehead.
Okay. See, a lot of lines, actually.
And so now, because you look so youthful, as we know you turned 48 this week, okay? And you look so youthful and your hair is so dark. So now, for me, I don't like being the old guy of the show.
Dark, really?
It is. Oh,
it's not really that dark. I don't
well, let me put it this way. There ain't a gray hair to be found on
there
that
are
head.
a few
All
here
right?
and there.
All right.
There
So because I don't like being the old guy
Can you
of the
imagine
show.
when Sedano goes salt and pepper? He's going to have to fight him off with a stick.
Oh yeah. He'll be hot.
With a bat.
But I don't like being the old guy. So what do? I gotta have proper face cream, to tighten it up. I gotta color my hair.
Get some retinol.
Whatever it is, I'm using it. I got to have color in my hair, right, so that I look like I'm not graying. And now today, because you wear these glasses every day, all right?
Well, I got to see.
I've decided that I'm going to match your glasses.
Okay.
So I'm going to
put
put on
readers.
These are not readers. These are like the blue glasses, so that they protect your eyes from the computer.
No, mine are actually readers because I can't read screens as well.
Well, just look at me and Sedano next to each other.
All right,
Tell
we'll
me
get back to
Sedano
this in
doesn't
just a
look like my
moment.
older brother. Come on.
7:15 in the morning. Good morning. It is time for the great Michelle Smallmon to join us. Presented by Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get you $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right, guys.
Yes, it is.
It is good to be right. I love that line. Michelle Smallmon of Unsportsmanlike, how are you, young lady? I heard you could go a month without showering.
Well, I am good, George. We'll address that in a second. First, I have blue light glasses. Should I put them on, and we can just see the glasses gang together?
Yes. So Michelle, Michelle, look at the screen and tell me this, okay? Because you see, first of all, I've got these black ones on because I want to match Sedano. Tell me, don't you think Sedano looks like my older brother now that we're both wearing the same glasses, right?
Maybe, but I also heard you guys discussing the skincare routine, and I agree. George's skin is just perfection. If he can drop what he's using, all the products, I would appreciate that.
It's ridiculous, I know. So I'm the old guy of the show,
routine.
but I want to look like the young guy of the show, so I matched Sedano's glasses. Now, Michelle, put yours back on for one quick second. Okay?
Sure.
Because I will match your glasses as well, because I wanted to get George's opinion. Which ones does he like better?
I've
the
got
black
those
frames,
too. Hold on.
the black frames, or the clear frames. Now, how do you like these, Michelle?
Wait. I can
Okay,
do that
both
too.
look at us.
Hey.
Gosh, we're all matching. Look at us, the glasses gang, in effect. So,
And hot,
both look
by the way,
exceptional on
hot.
you guys. I kind of like the clear. I think it really opens up both of your faces. We can still see the skin. I think it looks good. You can't go wrong either way, but my vote is clear.
Okay.
Cappy, you got to get her a pair of blenders from the Coach Prime blenders.
Oh, Michelle, I got George for his birthday the other day. Me and Morales and the entire team here. It was George's birthday. And we got him some new Blenders Coach Prime sunglasses because if the kid is going to go travel to call Florida State versus East Texas A&M or whatever it's called this weekend, he got to look sharp at Coach Prime's alma mater. So we got him some new Coach Primes.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd love that, but that's a very great and thoughtful gift. I love the intention behind it.
See that, Georgie? See? I told you.
I know. I was very appreciative.
Tell you something right now. You better freaking wear those glasses on Saturday. I better see a picture of you looking like the hot piece of you-know-what that you are.
It's a noon game. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be hot in Tallahassee. So I'm definitely going to wear them.
All right, beautiful. Hey, Michelle, before we jump in, I want to ask you, I'm listening to the show and I'm hearing a lot about you running the New York City Marathon for the V Foundation. Is this your first marathon?
Oh, no. She's a marathon veteran, dude.
Okay,
She's
I don't
done
know.
it in like every state.
No,
I don't know this.
George, I've done I'm running a half marathon in every state. I've only done 27, but I've done 27 half marathons. I've never run a full marathon.
Oh,
and
there
let me
you
tell
go.
you, I'm doing this for the V Foundation because every single dollar that you donate to the V Foundation goes directly towards game-changing cancer research. And unfortunately, all of us have been impacted by cancer. Yep. And I lost my Nana, my grandmother, last year to cancer, and her battle was just so horrific that when ESPN approached me with this opportunity, I was like, you know what? If I have to be miserable and sacrifice my body for the marathon in order to raise more money for us to get closer to a cure, I'll do it. But now that we're less than 2 months away and I am in the thick of training, this is one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Like, I am miserable. The body is going through it. The mind is going through it. I'm tired all the time. I'm hungry. I'm hangry. But we're getting closer and closer to race day. And I'm looking forward to it because I want it to be over and I want to raise a big-time number for the V Foundation.
What is your Cappy, well, let me tell her about you. You know that Cappy, I think it was probably now like 13 years ago, maybe a little longer, maybe even closer to 15 years ago. Cappy ran an Ironman in Hawaii.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That is
so that's
impressive.
That's the marathon, the bike riding for like a bazillion miles, and then swimming in the ocean for like a couple miles.
Yeah, it goes 2.6 miles swim, 112-mile bike, and then a full marathon. Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
Okay, so I can't complain at all, is what you're telling me.
Right, pretty much.
Well, yes. I want to know, where are you in your training? How many miles are you? Like, what's your long run right now?
So during the week, we're going between like 6 miles one day, 10 to 12 miles another day. They have strength training in there, sprinting, all of that fun stuff. And then on the weekends, I'm getting up to like, I think this weekend on Sunday, which is going to be really fun to do before an NFL Sunday, 16 miles.
Oh, what a pain in the ass. Oh, my God. It's not just the 16 miles. It's the time. It's the energy. It's your mind thinking about all the other crap you got to get going on, and things you got to do. Oh, my God. I feel for you, girl. Well, I'll tell you what. I know I will make a donation in your name. And congratulations on what you're doing. And hey, listen, Michelle, it's easier to say I'll make a donation than it is to say, you know what? I think I'll come join you.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
Yeah, I like you both. I would never ask you to join me in this.
I'll pay you. No problem. Right. No big deal.
I'll make a contribution. You go out there and do the run. Leave me alone.
Yeah. So, Michelle, we got football starting this weekend, right? And it starts tonight. I know that we're going to be talking to you all season long, courtesy of our friends at Prize Picks, as Chris mentioned.
Okay.
And what do you think tonight? Like, what are we thinking? Like, what are some of the games that interest you this weekend?
Well, obviously tonight is going to be interesting to see the Philadelphia Eagles open their season to defend, or at least attempt to defend, as back-to-back Super Bowl champions. I want to see what they look like, especially on the defensive side of the ball where they've had a bit of attrition. And what are the Dallas Cowboys going to look like sans Micah Parsons? I think the Eagles are going to win, but CC made a really compelling case. Chris Canty, my co-host, if you're not listening to Unsportsmanlike, what are you doing? Tune in 6 to 10 a.m. Eastern time. But he made a compelling case for the Cowboys and how losing a player like Micah Parsons and everyone writing you off is going to galvanize the team. And we know that the Cowboys can play the Eagles tough, so I think the Cowboys will be scrappier than we expect. I expect them to keep it closer than some people might expect, but ultimately for the Eagles to win on banner night, even though Nick Sirianni is unaware that the banner is being dropped tonight. And then obviously the other game that I'm super interested in is Packers-Lions, my Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. When I look at the NFC, no disrespect to the Rams, who are formidable in their own right, I'm worried about that back with Matthew Stafford, but I think that the king of the North, the king of the NFC North, is a team that's going to represent for the NFC in the Super Bowl. And a lot of people might think I'm crazy because the Eagles, top to bottom, look like they have the best roster in football. But that division was so tough last year. It looks like they're going to be even better this year. My money's on the Packers or the Lions. I picked the Packers to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl on the show today, but I'm very interested to see what those two teams look like in week one.
Yeah, that's a great matchup. There are a lot of really good games here in week one, but nobody's surprised that you're picking your Homer Packers. I mean, listen, we're doing the same thing. I mean, I was saying in week one of training camp, Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. The Rams will win the Super Bowl this year. So listen, is it a homer pick? Yeah, it probably is. Do I really believe it? Absolutely. Of course, it's all depending on the health of Matthew Stafford and his back. But, Michelle, who cares if you're being a homer and picking your Packers? I mean, just getting that acquisition and getting more pass rushing, all the reason to believe. And for me, and George, I see you're wearing your LAFD shirt today. I believe that it will be the Rams who will win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah,
look.
I don't blame you for making that pick. They have a lot of great pieces working for them. I think if Matthew Stafford wasn't injured, more people would be on your side.
Yeah, and look, ultimately, he's a guy, to your point, Michelle, though, that he's been dealing with injuries for years. So I just think that if you can keep him upright, and they've done a really good job, and I did a couple of their preseason games this year of really creating depth, and out of necessity, really, on the offensive line, because they've been so banged up on the offensive line in the last several years that they've kind of been forced to create depth through the draft, and that means guys have had to actually play and get real snaps in real games. So now you're looking at a group that I don't know if it's necessarily too deep, but it's pretty close to being too deep. So again, as long as he physically can go out there, I like their chances. Devontae Adams changes the dynamics for them in a way that they haven't had. You're talking about a real deep threat who is a big receiver that can go up there and get the ball. And that's no disrespect to Cooper Kupp, who had a phenomenal career here with the Rams. I think he's a borderline Hall of Fame type of player, to be honest with you. But Puka Nacua and him had too much duplication. They've got a stable of young running backs that they like, one that they just paid. Their defense last year was worth on the books, I believe, just less than $24 million.
Right, least expensive in the league.
Right, and now they've got, they're still not paying them a ton of money because they're all a bunch of draft picks.
Yeah, right.
So I just feel like as long as, and we all know this, we can say this about any team really, because it's all a battle of attrition. As long as they have some semblance of health, they're going to be in the mix. But I'm with you. I think the NFC in general is going to be a complete bloodbath because of what Micah Parsons and the Packers did just recently. We know Detroit is going to be good. Philly, to me, has the best roster. And I actually think the NFC West is going to be far more competitive. The Niners, I'm curious to see. I know the receiving core is a little banged up at the moment, but I think that they have a very easy schedule. The Cardinals are going to be good. I think the Seahawks are going to remain competitive. I mean, they won 10 games last year. So I think the Rams are going to have their own challenges just within the division, as they usually do. And I think that it'll probably just come down to whoever wins that division, the winner of the NFC North, and the Eagles. Those will be the three teams that I think that in the end will be vying for the chance to win the Super Bowl.
So you have Rams, Eagles, and whoever comes out of the North as the three true contenders in the NFC.
Yeah, well, no, I would even say that the NFC West, too. Like, I think the Niners' schedule is so soft that it's kind of crazy.
It's in the league.
Yeah, when I looked at it, I couldn't believe how easy it was because I didn't have them very high. When Cappy and I were talking about it in the preseason, we just looked at their roster. We looked at some of the issues they were dealing with, with Ayuk being hurt, right? Jennings has been, was holding out at the time. I know he's back now. But, they had so many things going on, including, Brock Purdy having more on his plate now that I was like, I don't know. But then you start looking at that schedule.
Right.
And I know that's a dangerous game to play in the NFL because there is so much parity week to week. But they should be at least a double-digit win team this year.
But we asked the question, why would Vegas have the Niners ahead of the Rams when the Rams made it as deep as they did last year and had a chance to win in Philly in the snow? And George, to your point, Michelle, jump in, please. It is the fact that the schedule is considered one of the easier schedules in the NFL.
Yeah, the schedule is the easiest in the NFL, I believe, if you look at the metrics. But I'm not as high on San Francisco as a lot of people are. Evan Cohen, another one of my co-hosts, thinks that they are going to cruise to that over. He believes in Brock Purdy. He believes in Kyle Shanahan. And I understand where he's coming from. But if you really drill in, this team had, 17 players that they lost in the offseason. They're relying a lot on youth, and they're relying a lot on health, which they did not have on their side last year. And then we saw this offseason/preseason them get banged up again. And I just think when you're relying on young players to get up to speed quickly, you're relying on health, which hasn't been in your favor, and you're relying on Brock Purdy to elevate those around you, which, as we saw last year when he didn't have the full complement of weapons that he had the year prior, they went from a Super Bowl team to 6-11. As easy as the schedule is, I don't think that they are going to be in the mix when it comes to the NFC West. I have more faith in the Cardinals and the Seahawks to contend with the Rams than I do the 49ers.
Oh, wow. All right. Good. I like that.
Well, I have them week one, Cappy.
Takes this year.
Look at that. Well, Cappy, I have them week one.
I do know. Yes.
So on Sunday, I will be in Seattle as the Niners go to Seattle week one on ESPN Radio. Me and Kelly Stauffer will have that game. at around 4:05 Eastern, 1:05 here Pacific. So, Chris, make sure that's on the ESPN app so the mongrels and the COT can
You're
listen.
asking that we put a separate NFL feed on the app? I think we could
yes,
do that.
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am.
By the way, since Michelle's here, I want to ask her about the box out. Because I tried to box out St. Louis legend DeMarco Farr, and that didn't go well for me. Has Evan Cohen boxed out Chris Canty yet?
He tried to. At the end of the show yesterday, he brought that up. We rolled the video. You're right, St. Louis legend DeMarco Farr. I was explaining to people DeFar's size, for those who might not be aware of him. And Evan was like, yeah, I can box out CC right now. Evan gets up and he tries to do it. CC remained in his chair. He's like, listen, I am not going to be held liable if I hurt you. Like, I am not going to engage in this. So we didn't really get true box out action from the two of them yesterday, even though Evan tried.
Oh, I thought the higher of Evan. He should have true box out action. All the years he pretended to be an athlete, come on.
Well, yeah, I mean, and think about Sedano. Think about that time that Sedano put that big tuchus of his right into me and pushed me all around.
Yeah,
you know,
I know how to use my tuchus.
Yeah, guy knows how to box out. Big butt.
Yeah. Well,
big old
Michelle,
booty.
We're going to be looking forward to talking to you every week here at 7:15 on Thursdays. Thank you so much. We're going to keep track and tabs certainly on your progress for the New York City Marathon for sure as well, along with talking football with you. So always excited to have you on. Keep doing awesome work on Unsportsmanlike each and every morning here leading into us. Thanks again.
Well, thanks for having me, guys, and thanks so much for the support on the marathon. I definitely need it right now.
Later, Michelle. Take it easy.
Bye, guys.
There she is, Michelle Smallmon. All right, real quick,
though. You want me to put what on the app?
Niners, Seahawks.
On Sunday?
Yeah.
What time's kickoff?
1:05.
Okay, we'll make it happen.
You'll have at least one listener. You'll have Jorge Briones.
And
Briones,
Tim
the
in
Niners fan.
Niners.
And Tim in the OC. There's
Tim
two.
in the OC.
Niners are my 4.
Yeah. Niners are your 4.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, let's talk about if you get into an accident, you need to call Jacob and Ronnie right away. 844-24-JACOB. Tell them Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. And let's also talk about the biggest myth out there when it comes to personal injury attorneys, the one that keeps good people from getting help. People think, I can't afford a lawyer. But here's the truth. You don't pay Jacob unless you win. So listen to that again. You don't pay unless Jacob wins your case. At the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, there are no upfront fees, no retainers, no surprise invoices. If Jacob doesn't recover the money for you, you owe nothing. It's that simple. That's how confident he is in his ability to fight and win for you. And not every law firm works that way. Some will nickel and dime you. Others will push for fast settlements just to move on to the next case. But Jacob and Ronnie's different. He invests everything into each case because he only wins when you do. So if you get into an accident, call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. That's 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. Whether it's a crash, an injury at work, a serious fall at the supermarket, don't let fear stop you from getting the justice that you deserve. This is your life. You deserve a woman who puts skin in the game for you. Jacob is the trusted legal partner of the LA Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. And you better believe he fights like it. Follow him on Instagram at call.jacob as well.
Thank you, Georgie. 7:31. Good morning. The Sedano Kap Morning Show. Fun and frivolity ensues next in 3 minutes on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner.
Call Jacob. Call Jacob at 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit calljacob.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Party and play at Hollywood Park Casino. Join Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, and me, Chris Morales, this Sunday, September 7th for the ESPN LA Rams postgame show live from Hollywood Park Casino. Win prizes like signed sports memorabilia and tickets to an upcoming ESPN LA sporting event. While you're there, enter for a chance to win a brand new Pedigo e-bike. Hollywood Park Casino is LA's hottest card room and the only place where you can party and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 and older. See you there Sunday.
Hey, it's Mace. This year marks the 90th anniversary of Social Security, a cornerstone of financial security in America. For 9 decades, it has kept hundreds of millions of Americans out of poverty, given families across the country peace of mind and dignity in retirement. That's why AARP will never stop fighting to protect the Social Security payments you earned. Learn more at aarp.org/CA. That's aarp.org/CA. Paid for by AARP California.
Chris Morales here. Addiction to opioids and stimulants can strip away the things that make you Uniquely you. This National Recovery Month, recover your life. Choose a proven addiction treatment option that's right for you at choosechangeca.org.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
John Ireland here for Blue Ice Huckleberry Vodka, crafted with real mountain huckleberries, Idaho State fruit. Think blueberries, but richer. Try pairing it with lemonade. So refreshing. Blue Ice Vodka, because taste matters.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Now that I'm a dad, I can't stop thinking about what would happen to my kids if something happened to me, like losing the house or not affording college.
Yeah, that used to keep me up at night too. It's why I finally got life insurance from Ethos. It's 100% online. No medical exams, just a few health questions. I got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day.
I never realized it was that simple. Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Rates may vary. Billed monthly. Sample rate 10-year term life policy for a 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male. This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:34. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on this day, yo. In 1976, the number one hit, Bee Gees, little disco action. You should be dancing.
Dancing, baby.
Yeah. So Friday, today, of course, tomorrow is Friday. Today's Thursday, NFL Kickoff Day. Tomorrow, Cappy and I are going to be at the Coors Light Chill Zone at Angel Stadium. You want to join us? Because here's the thing, we don't have to do a show tomorrow afternoon. That means we can just have fun and frivolity and eat brats with you.
Yeah.
Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win a 4-pack of tickets to join Cappy at the Angels-A's game with me tomorrow, Angel Stadium. Call
Can you
now.
eat brats?
I can eat one brat.
Okay.
Just one.
I mean, I'm just curious.
Kid ate 7 donuts on Tuesday.
And my carotid...
7 donuts?
No, I didn't eat 7.
That's what you said.
I was joking.
Oh, that was a joke?
I ate more than I needed to. I had more than one. Let's put it that way.
And my less than 7?
And my heart is pounding today because I've been yelling so much at people.
Why? Why are you yelling at
You got to slow down. What's wrong with you?
You guys. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you mean you guys?
Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. Or you know what? I won't be fine. And I'll be remembered for making it 4 days through the morning show.
When we speak at your funeral, you know, Chrissy really loved the morning show. He was 4 days into it and really, really had high expectations for it. And we're going to carry on without him, but it won't be easy. But we're going to do our best to carry on without him and really just try and live out the legacy that he created 4 days in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
We'll do our best.
Who do you think will carry on your legacy best?
Well, we know who tried to carry it on last time. That didn't work.
Whoa.
Who was that?
Tommy.
Oh, my God.
That snake in the grass.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
He's a snake in the grass?
You all are snake. You guys, by the way, we're running a little behind, so we might as well get back to sports. But if we're doing this, Sedano and Kap had me by my side. The rest, and Bergie, to an extent. But really, Sedano and Kap held my hand during it. But we all know the rest were snakes.
Wow,
in the grass?
Snakes.
In the grass.
Snakes in the grass.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, I was just to an extent.
Just
right.
Hey, that's better than being a snake in the grass.
Right, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's not far off from a snake in the grass, but it's to an extent.
Oh, Jorge came to see me, too. Jorge came to see me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's right.
No
Okay,
doorknob.
so Jorge's cool, too. So he's not part of Operation Suffocation?
No.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure I know who's on the suffocation list and who's on the good list, you know? It's like Santa Claus, you know? You
Naughty or
Santa
nice.
Morales. you want to be on the good list? You want to be on the bad list?
I mean, it changes daily, though, who's on that list.
Well, no, I remember Lindsay telling me, like, oh, I was going to text you while you were in the hospital, but I didn't want to bother you. All right. Thanks.
Okay, so she's on the bad list. Just to be clear, just want to make sure I understand who's who.
All right, let's get to sports, guys. Come on. It's a Thursday morning NFL kickoff tonight.
So, Cappy, what do you think? Are the Cowboys in deep doo-doo without Micah Parsons? I mean, like, what do you think happens to these Cowboys? Like, I feel like it's funny because I did my fantasy draft the other day, and I was in one of these situations where I'm one of those guys that, it depends, like, what my makeup of my roster is. Like, I have one of these leagues that we have, like, keepers and stuff, so that's a little different. But if I do just, like, a traditional draft, like, whatever, I usually just take a quarterback late. And I took Dak Prescott because I feel like he's going to have to throw the ball a lot. But that may not necessarily be a good thing for wins. It may be good for fantasy, but not good for wins necessarily.
Oh, I'm 1,000% with you on that. I think Dak Prescott, not that I'm like some fantasy expert, although now I'm playing in 2 leagues, so I think I am. Dak Prescott, to me, is a really good fantasy quarterback because I would expect that the Cowboys will find themselves down late in games, and the entire fourth quarter will be about Dak Prescott throwing the ball all over the place. And by the way, maybe he completes a lot of passes, and he's got some good receivers. I mean, obviously, CeeDee Lamb's a really good player, and George Pickens is a good player. He just has proven in the past, at least in Pittsburgh, that he's a pain in the ass. So we'll find out if Pickens is going to fit in on this team or if Pickens is going to complain a lot and be the same problem that he was in Pittsburgh. I do think this, though, George, agreeing with Michelle Smallmon, who was on just a few minutes ago. 8.5 points tonight on an opening night seems like a lot in a division rivalry kind of game. And look, Philadelphia's at home. Their crowd will be nuts. It'll be a hostile environment. And we all know that Philadelphia on paper is a better team, especially given that Micah Parsons isn't with Dallas. But I will play tonight Dallas to cover the 8.5 points. I think Philly wins the game, but I think Dallas covers. What do you think? 8.5's a lot.
Hey,
of
Barbecue
points
Steve, you better be listening, fool.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
Barbecue Steve, because, hey, Barbecue, we're going to make some predictions right now. Rather than talking about Pablo Tori and his investigation.
Which, by the way, created all sorts of stuff after he was on the air with us that we should touch on at some point.
Oh,
because
for sure.
Things got wild. Like Mark Cuban and him apparently got into it a little bit or whatever. Now Cuban's going to go on his podcast.
Good.
Yeah, I listen. I agree. I think it's going to be fascinating to see how all of it just kind of unfolds. But yeah, Cappy, I'm kind of with you. I think Dallas, it's kind of a big number. And I think that, for 1 week in week one, I think Dallas can at least potentially keep it within a touchdown. But, I just don't. I think long-term viability for the Cowboys is not great. ESPN ESPN Analytics has their chances to win the Super Bowl. And I'm looking at it here on Get Up. I just paused it on my TV. Eagles 11%, number one.
Okay.
Ravens 10%, number 2. Chiefs 9%, number 3, tied with the Bills at 9%. Mm-hmm. The Lions, your boy Dan Campbell, at 8%. And so that is 1, 2, tied for 3rd, so that's 5th. And then tied for 6th, all at 5%, the Commanders, the Packers, and the Rams.
Okay.
So the Rams in the NFC would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now, according to ESPN Analytics.
Well, I would say that if you're the Rams, based on where you were a year ago, remember, Washington, I would say, shocked the NFL world with a brand-new head coach, a brand-new coaching staff, and a rookie quarterback making it all the way to the NFC Championship. That was a shocker. The Rams had made it to the week before. They were in the division round. They played in the snow. They had an opportunity to win that game. Didn't happen. Didn't execute on it. So if you think about the Rams last year, they got down to, call it 3-4 in the NFC. We look at the Rams, I think, a little differently than everybody else does because we look at the Rams as a team that has their head coach, has both coordinators, kept their coaching staff together for the most part, has almost every returning player. In fact, George, we talked about this when we were at Loyola Marymount for Rams training camp. There really wasn't an excitement in terms of position battles or guys struggling to make the team.
Yeah, really just honestly, it was like 3rd tight end or something like that. There wasn't like anything up for grabs that was of incredible importance.
Right, so the Rams are a team
Which, by the way, do you remember, Chris, when we used to make fun of Cappy for wanting to talk about the 3rd tight end?
The 3rd tight end is critical. Okay, let's not make fun. Okay, the 3rd tight end in this case, Colby Parkinson. This was an important part of the Rams training camp.
Yeah, Davis Allen, Colby Parkinson, Terrence Ferguson.
Terrence
Those
Ferguson.
were guys. Well, Colby Parkinson is the number 2. It was Davis Allen and Terrence Ferguson really battling for number 3, but Ferguson was hurt during the preseason. So.
Yeah, and when you're the first pick of the team, even though it's the second round, you're going to get some playing time. You're going to get your opportunities. So you see that, Chris? Third and fourth tight end talk right there. That's going
Already.
deep.
That's
deep
deep.
into the depth
Deep
chart.
on day 3.
Are they even on the team?
Yeah, they're on the team. They made the team. They have 4 tight ends on the team.
Oh, man.
Don't you look at the emails that
I
get
can't
sent
wait
from the
for that
Rams?
fourth
I
tight
don't,
end.
because I don't get them.
I don't know if I get
Cappy
those
doesn't
emails.
get those.
You're not
emails.
allowed to get them, remember,
I know.
Cap?
Bergman won't allow me
Bergman
to get
is
any team.
denied.
No. You're not
Bergman
allowed.
won't allow me to
Kibosh
get
on
any
that.
You don't
team.
need that.
Why not?
You don't need it.
Why do you decide? Is that part of the Morales playbook?
No, this is part of my playbook. The Bergman
You want me
playbook.
just to forward them to you, Cappy?
Yeah, I'd love that. That would be lovely.
Just a constant forward.
Yes, constantly forward.
He
these
doesn't
things.
want him to have the ability to reply all like he did on that Disney email.
Right.
Lakers MR will not like that.
Speaking of the Rams, the great Kevibn Demoff will join us around 8:15. It is 7:43 right now. Good morning. Producer Lindsay Baseball, tell us about our friends at Stella Rosa, please.
Well, yes, we're going to celebrate this weekend because it's football season, finally here, week 1. And, it's the best time of the year. Stella Rosa is here to make your game day even sweeter. So Stella Rosa is America's favorite semi-sweet, semi-sparkling Italian wine, and you can find it at your local retailer. Just remember, you want to chill it before you open it. And here's a fun tip. You can enjoy Stella Rosa chilled or over ice, but you can also mix things up and make some really delicious wine cocktails. The fruit flavors and the lightness of the wine make them the perfect cocktail base. Now, if you're stuck trying to decide which flavor to grab, let me give you my favorite right now. I like the blueberry. Big fan of the Stella Rosa blueberry. I remember one of our listeners brought me that last year for my birthday, so hopefully I get another one this year. So this season, Stella Rosa wants to take your game day to the next level, and they're giving you the chance to win an unforgettable trip to one of the biggest college football games of the year right here in LA on January 1st. That's tickets to the game, hotel accommodation, flights, ground transportation, and even a little bit of spending cash. So you want to enter now at stellarosa.com/tailgate2025. And remember to celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Thank you, Lindsay. 7:45. More Sedano and Cap in 2 minutes right here on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retrovan Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Avner Gatt, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit avnergatt.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Avner Gatt is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256, or visit avnergatt.com today. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
What if a quarterback completed 4 out of his 5 passes? Or a point guard hit 4 out of 5 shots from behind the arc? Well, now, when you're hiring, you can play at that level. Because 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter's technology hustles to find skilled people for your job. And you can invite your top picks to apply. Try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, come on.
7:48. Good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. And on this day in 1999, the number 1 hit, Enrique Iglesias.
Come on.
Go on, man. It is also Macadamia Nut Day. And National Wildlife Day.
Cappy in the wild.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a video that was made in 1983.
Right. No, it wasn't in 83. It was in 89. Get it right, will you? A little too young.
Oh, dude, Enrique was the man, dude.
89, I was good, though.
Cappy, what were you doing when Enrique was pumping out that song?
I don't know. What year was it? I didn't hear what Chris said.
1999.
1999? What was I doing?
Oh, that was Man Bun Cappy.
Oh, no, that was the year that George Sedano proved. Great broadcaster, great friend. He's a good dude. Horrible, and I mean a horrible intern. Because if he was any good back then, he would have said to me, hey, listen, as your little bro, I'm here to tell you, don't do this, man. Don't do this. Don't get married. Where were you to help me in 1999?
I had just arrived right when you were like literally going to your bachelor party.
Yeah, and as somebody who was younger and who was looking out for Big Bro at the time.
But he was young. He wouldn't know not to get married.
Yeah, what the hell would I have known at 21 years old?
He was dropping Miami Heat everywhere.
But that's my point. Don't you see that if he would have said to me, hey, listen, I'm dropping Miami Heat. You should be dropping Miami Heat. Let's go drop Miami Heat together. Let's go be Crockett and Tubbs. You know what I mean? Right? And he said these things to me.
Who's Crockett? Who's Tubbs?
I would be.
Well, you were old as
Tubbs.
you'd be Crockett.
Or no, I wanted to be Tubbs.
You want to be Tubbs? Really?
Yeah, I want to be Tubbs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Tubbs was cool.
You would wear alpargatas? Those are the shoes they used to wear.
See.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to more football talk. Cowboys, Eagles tonight. The NBA on NBC. The NFL season officially kicks off. But first, Cappy, tell us about our friends at Ocean Subaru.
Oh, I love Ocean Subaru. And matter of fact, I always talk about this. The fuel efficiency in the Outback, which is what I'm driving right now from Subaru. I always talk about the safety because it is the safest vehicle on the road. That's not like my opinion. That is all based on, research that is done. So safest vehicle on the road, you want to put your family in the safest vehicle. But I know for me, because I drive so much, and I know a lot of you guys do as well, fuel efficiency is a critical part of it. So when I drive from South LA to downtown LA and downtown LA out to the Valley and Valley back to downtown and downtown back to South, you get the point. How can you do all of that on half a tank of gas? The fuel efficiency of the Subaru Outback is a great selling point. But look, there's the safety, the technology, the versatility, the reliability, the all-wheel drive. It's all a reason to come on out to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton and check us out. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton is at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. I spoke to Omar yesterday, the general manager there. What a guy. Go in. He wants to take care of you and your family. And if you are military, active or retired, he really wants to take extra good care of you because he spent 20-plus years in the Army himself, and now he's running a tight ship down at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, off the 91 freeway. Visit our website, oceansubaruoc.com. That's oceansubaruoc.com. All the brand-new Subarus, the certified pre-owned, you're going to get into the right vehicle at the right price. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
Thank you, Cappy. The Rams are back at SoFi. Don't miss Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, Jared Verse, and your Rams as they kick off the season this Sunday, September 7th, against the Houston Texans. Grab your seats now at rams.com/HOU, as in Houston, By the way, Rams COO Kevibn Demoff will join us at 8:15 this morning. Sedano.
Oh, I can't wait to talk to Kevibn Demoff. So the Rams season gets started, Cappy. Matthew Stafford will start against the Texans. When you look at the Texans, though, like what's the thing that concerns you beyond, C.J. Stroud, I guess, because obviously he's a great young quarterback.
He is, but one thing about Houston, and I'll say this. Listen, you guys tell me. I'm just real quickly around the room. How many games of the Houston Texans do you feel like you've really seen here?
Well, I've seen them play in the playoffs the last
right.
couple of years, so
right.
there's that.
But that's kind of it, right? Like you're not paying attention.
I
weekly.
Not weekly, but what I would say is this, because of the experience on YouTube TV, right? Like you can watch the 4 games. I've probably seen it I would say if I had to total it, probably like 4 or 5 games last year at some point or another. Yeah.
I guess my point is this: is that when we think about Houston,
yeah.
Of course, everybody thinks about C.J. Stroud. He's a young kid. George, local guy, right? Okay, L.A. ties. C.J. Stroud's a really good player. And when you pull into the NFL and you make the playoffs as a rookie at quarterback, it's a big deal, okay? But the one thing I think I really learned about the Texans that perhaps I did not know or maybe I underestimated, and this goes back to last year's playoff win against the Chargers, who – of course, as we all know, they can put up a nice regular season, but put them in the playoffs, they'll find a way to screw things up. The pass rush of the Houston Texans is my concern this weekend when Houston comes to SoFi Stadium.
You're saying in the Rams, for the Rams.
The pass rush of the Texans is my concern for the Rams in this game.
Yeah, because DeMeco Ryans is – we touched on it briefly the other day, but, DeMeco Ryans came from the Niners, right? He was under Kyle Shanahan as the defensive coordinator after Robert Saleh. And, he's had some success at times against this Rams offense. And he has been a very good head coach already as a young head coach with the Texans and had success. And a lot of that is the combination of his defense and Stroud being the guy at the, calling the signals.
Right. But when you look at the Rams offensive line, and we know that a year ago, this offensive line was in shambles going into the season. Right. The offensive line is healthy going into the season. And, George, I know you've pointed this out during the preseason calls. Alaric Jackson was not around, right? But to his credit, and I know Sean McVay's been talking about this a lot, to his credit, he has gotten himself ready to play game 1. Now, he's been dealing with a blood clot issue, and that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Okay. But it took the entire preseason, and he wasn't going to play in preseason games anyway. But to get your left tackle back, that's a really big deal, in particular because of what I'm saying about Houston's pass rush. Houston's got a defensive end named Will Anderson. Mm-hmm. And Will Anderson may not necessarily be a household name.
I mean, he was one of the top picks in the draft from Alabama. But
he was the 3rd overall pick in the 2023 draft out of Alabama, to your point. Right. So, you're playing national championship caliber SEC football, and you're the 3rd pick overall. Yeah. But you're not a household name quite yet, And so
what would you describe as a household name? I'm just genuinely curious. Not that I'm not trying to poke you here. I'm just generally curious what that criteria would be.
Well, I mean, I think if you ask your wife, does she know who he is, she's going to be like, I have no idea. You say, hey, do you at least know who he plays for? I think she'd say, I have no idea. Right. Now, if you said, how about Micah Parsons? And granted, he's been in the news a lot as of late, right?
Yeah.
And I don't even know that Micah Parsons is a household name outside of real football fans, So I guess what I'm trying to get at is this, is that the kid is a really good player. Will Anderson is a really, really good player. He's still very, very young in his career. He puts a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. And the one thing that the Rams really would like to do this weekend, like they would like to do every weekend, is keep everybody off of Matthew Stafford.
Sure. I don't think there's any question about that.
And this kid, Will Anderson, will bring heat.
On the flip side, I would say that with the Texans, their offensive line has been up and down. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something the Rams defense could certainly, potentially take advantage of. They do have a really good group of receivers, the Texans. That kind of scares me a little bit too with if they can protect C.J. Stroud. New offensive coordinator, guy named Nick Caley. I'm genuinely curious to see kind of what wrinkles he throws into what they've done previously. Because, that whenever teams change coordinators, I always think that, especially early on in the season, I think that can catch some people by surprise. So, you never know what guys have up their sleeve. when they add someone. And by the way, Kaylee, has been with the Rams in the past. So he was with the Rams in 2023, was a tight ends coach for Sean McVay, was with the Patriots as well. So and then
was he with the
Texans.
Patriots after the Rams?
No, Patriots first, Rams, and then Texans.
Okay, and did he go to the Texans as the offensive coordinator, or did he get elevated? Because you're saying that this was his first year, so I'm just trying to do the chronology. Because honestly,
he went from tight ends coach, then he was like a passing game coordinator with the Rams.
Okay,
and now first year with the Texans. So he's part of that McVay tree.
Yeah, right. Well, listen, that McVay tree gets guys head coaching jobs, and in this particular case, it gets a guy to go from tight ends coach to passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. So good for this young man.
By the way, Rams, Texans, all the coverage Sunday right here on your home of Rams football. It all begins at 11:30 a.m. The Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff with Travis Rogers, Sua Cravens, then J.B. Long, DeMarco Farr, Maurice Jones-Drew have all your play-by-play at 1:25. Kickoff from the Palace in Inglewood. And, of course, afterwards, the postgame show with Sua and Travis live from Hollywood Park Casino, guys.
Well, hey, Rams fans, you know, Cappy and I make decisions every day, but if you want to make a decision on where to get your sports action in the state of California, it's very simple. It's PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. First $5 play gets you a $50 bonus, and it's very simple to play PrizePicks. It's literally more or less. There's a stat line for every individual player in every sport imaginable. There'll be a lot of football plays to be made for sure. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash.
Yeah, so I'm opening up the PrizePicks app right now, and the first thing it says is pick, predict, and play. So you want to pick, you want to predict, and you want to play. And
not to be confused with the pick and flick.
No. Pick and flick, different story, okay? Yeah. Now, here's what I want to say to everybody. We've been asking you for a long time, and so many of you have done it. But with millions and millions of people listening all throughout Southern California, there are plenty of you who have not yet done this. So today, let's do it. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 in lineups. But here's what I want to point out to you. With tonight's game, Dak Prescott is a max discount square. Max discount. All he has to do is pass for more than half a yard, and you're already halfway home. His more or less number would be like 241.5 passing yards. He's going to pass for more than half a yard. So if Dak Prescott comes in, which he will, put it together. You know, maybe you want to do something with Jalen Hurts. How many rushing yards will he have? Maybe you want to do something with Saquon Barkley. But absolutely use the Dak Prescott Max Square. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the code Cappy. Make your first $5 lineup. And, George, get $50 in free lineups.
Yeah, PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Yes, indeed. 8 o'clock at KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station. Big 8 a.m. hour ahead. Kevin Demoff is going to join us, and we are going to talk more football. Get you ready for kickoff tonight.
Bye-bye.
Cowboys, Eagles on NBC. And, of course, we get you ready for Rams, Texans. As the first week 1 of the NFL season is underway, you know what else is in its first week? The Sedano and Kap Morning Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
You ever notice the harsh feeling and chlorine taste in LA's water? That's why I made the switch to LifeSource Water. Their whole house water system gives clean, filtered water from every tap in my house. It's become our essential appliance we love using every day. With LifeSource, you deal directly with their local factory. No middlemen, no hassle. Take advantage of a double dip in savings for up to $1,250 off. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Warranty limitations apply.
This fall,
the police coming straight from the underground.
Ice Cube is bringing truth to power.
Am I ever? Then a natural born killer.
You know how we do. Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. September 28th, Crypto.com Arena. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude.
Straight out of Compton is a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
On sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hello, I'm Richard Navarro, General Manager at Fleming Steakhouse and Wine Bar in downtown Los Angeles, where unforgettable dining meets the heart of the city. Whether it's prime steaks, fresh seafood, or a handcrafted cocktail, we're here to make your next experience out exceptional. Call us today at 213-745-9911 to reserve your next table. We're open for lunch and dinner. Fleming's, where great steaks, good times. Call at 213-745-9911.
Looking for an easy way to save energy and earn money? With Clean Power Alliance's Power Response Home program, you can do both. Simply reduce your electricity use with small actions, such as unplugging appliances or air drying laundry during times of high energy demand. You could earn $20 just for signing up. Power Response. Great for your wallet and for the planet. Get paid to power down today at cleanpoweralliance.org/home.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, yeah.
Good morning. It's 5 minutes after 8 o'clock on your Thursday. Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on. Happy 44th birthday. It's 44, Beyonce.
Go Bay. Go Bay.
Also on this day in 2017, the remake of It. Remember Stephen King's It? It premiered in theaters.
Oh, the original's so much better.
It was.
That movie's not my thing.
No, totally out. Nothing with kids.
Wait,
Just
no
kids.
The old one? You don't like the original Tim Curry?
No, it's just not my thing.
So
I just
creepy.
I don't like it.
By the way, if Cappy shows up in the corner of a room with a balloon, you should be scared too.
Oh, you should be scared. If I'm standing in the corner of your room, brother, you got problems.
Do you hang out in the sewer too and like call people into the sewer?
You got big problems, my friend.
You want to float? They all float down here.
Hey, so Rams President Kevibn Demoff is going to join us here this hour. We'll chat with him. We do want to catch up on all the stuff we talked about yesterday with that Pablo Tori story on the Clippers. The Clippers have sent out a second release.
It's called Damage Control.
Yeah, touch on that. Mark Cuban has gotten in the fray, and apparently him and Pablo will debate some of this stuff on his next podcast, so that'll be interesting. But we'll get into kind of the details of it and the aftermath of his appearance on the show yesterday later this hour. But, Cappy, let's talk a little more football.
Okay.
So, we talked about the Rams and the Texans. We've talked about tonight's game, Cowboys and Eagles. Friday, there's a game in Brazil between the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and company, and the Chargers. And I will say this. It's funny because, I think my buddy Noah Eagle did one of those games in Brazil a couple years ago, and he told me the traffic was insane, that they were stuck in traffic for like 2 hours to go like 2 or 3 miles. So I am genuinely curious to see how this unfolds, because the teams last year apparently complained about the same thing. Like the traffic in Sao Paulo is like 2 or 3 times worse than it is here.
Yeah.
So could you I can't even imagine what that must be like for buses to try to get through. And there are no police escorts in Brazil for these NFL teams. So if I'm them, I just get there way early and just kind of get, a different schedule out there for that particular game. But the actual game is going to be interesting to figure out because, look, the Chiefs are dealing with some stuff, right? Rasheed Rice has been suspended for 6 games, so he's not available. They have what I think the Chiefs have obviously a new offensive line that they like, And I think that they get Hollywood Brown back. They've got some weapons to work with, even beyond Travis Kelce. They've got multiple tight ends. They got Gray. That kid Gray's really good for them last year.
Noah Gray,
defensively, they've been one of the best teams. And meanwhile, the Chargers, as we talked about, as good as I think they can be this year, if they're healthy, health has not been on their side this preseason.
Oh man, the Chargers. Listen, this is the bad luck of the Chargers. This is the curse of the Chargers that I always talk about. Laker fans always ridicule and talk down to Clipper fans, and Rams fans and Raider fans don't exactly have the room to do it, but they'll do it anyway. They'll talk down to the Chargers because the Chargers always seem to be a team that finds some way for things to go wrong. I mean, the Najee Harris thing where they go out and sign him and he's going to be their guy, and then on the 4th of July he blows out an eye. Okay, now he's come back to practice, but I don't know that he's going to be impactful, effective, or if he'll even get the majority of the carries. The bigger story is what happened to Rashawn Slater, their left tackle, because
he got hurt. He's out for the year. Yeah.
When you're a guy who is in a position to be considered one of the best at your position, and then, by the way, I said position twice. You're in a position to play a position, but when you are positioned to get a lot of money because you're really one of the top players, and then you sign the contract, and then you go out onto the practice field, and then you blow out a knee, and then you're gone for the year. I mean, I'm just happy for the kid that he got his money before he got hurt. But these are the types of things that happen to the Charger franchise. I don't care what city they play in. I don't care who their coach is. I don't care about how beautiful their new facilities are or if they play in the Rams Stadium. These are the things that happen to the Chargers.
I'll lay down and bleed a while.
I'll say this, though.
Rise and fight again.
They did do a nice job in the draft. I do think that they've got, Joe Alt will have to move to left tackle. I mean, the guy's an elite level, even as a rookie, was already a borderline elite level right tackle. So do I think he can make the move? Yeah, there'll be an adjustment.
He can make the move. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
but it changes other people's positions on the offensive line.
No doubt. So they will have to kind of be a little bit in flux more on the right side. But Joe Alt is an elite level offensive lineman. I think they're going to be okay. I love the kid Omarion Hampton they drafted from North Carolina. I think he's going to be a stud. If you have a fantasy draft and haven't done one yet, which I would doubt, today's game one. But he's a guy that I had, very high coming out of the draft. I thought they nailed that. I do think they have some good weapons. The kid they drafted from Auburn, Lambert Smith, I think is good. He was at Penn State previously. Oronde Gadsden's son, Oronde Gadsden II, I think will be a good weapon for them down the road. So, they've done a nice job. And so I still feel like they'll have a good season. Again, the Rashawn Slater injury, though, is massive. I don't think that could be understated.
Yeah. Hey, let me go back to something you said, though. Playing in Brazil, okay? Let me start off with this. I've never been to Brazil. I don't really know a whole lot about the country of Brazil.
Yeah. It's a pretty wild place.
I've never been. I'd like to go. Yeah. I mean, I think that, from what I understand, the women are beautiful.
You would have to be, knowing you, you'd be having all this fun, and then you'd be the guy getting pickpocketed.
I mean, it's conceivable. I mean, it really is. I mean, I could
because
be
what
having
happened
fun.
is you just mentioned the beautiful women. The beautiful women would distract you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, a guy gives you the bump and the bump and pick.
The bump and take. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
See that guy right there? See that white guy right there? He looks like a very obvious American tourist. That guy right there. Let's go pick him. Let's go pick his pocket. He looks easy.
Oh yeah, you're a mark. They're like, we see that guy coming right away.
Lens, they see me from a mile away. You know what I mean?
100%.
I stick out like a sore thumb. But here's the thing. First and foremost, I want to say this. I think this is a terrible idea. Okay? I know it's cute. Hey, it's the opening game. Take two teams that are division rivals, one that's, multi-time Super Bowl champion, one of the biggest stars in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes, and send him to Brazil. Let me tell you something. I think this is a terrible, terrible idea. I think that if the NFL wants to expand its audience and wants to go to places where, this is why I was saying I don't really know Brazil, I've never been. Is there a clamoring for NFL football in Brazil? If there is, wonderful, great. I don't know of it, okay? But I understand why the NFL does this, but you know what I wish they would do is I wish they would do this in the preseason, because here's the thing. I doubt seriously that anybody in Brazil would know the difference or care who's playing.
I'll
who's
say
not
this.
playing.
Brazil, Mexico is the biggest NFL country outside of the United States, okay? and they love.
Hey.
They do. They are.
You like that, Jorge?
Younger fans are in Mexico are becoming NFL fans. There's some NFL fans in Brazil. I would say this. This is where I would push back on you, and you know that I'm normally with you on this stuff. There are more NFL fans in Brazil than there are in any of these European countries.
Oh, I don't know.
That they go to.
But you see, you're telling me something I don't know. Like, I don't know if there's metrics to support that.
There
Maybe
are.
There are.
Yeah.
Okay. But here's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow night, George, if the Chargers win the game. And you know I'm the biggest Charger hater there is.
Yes, you have the card-carrying holder, right?
Right. I am the card-carrying president of the Charger Hater Club. And when people come up to me, they go, yo, you got one of those cards? Normally, I've got one in my bag. I give it to you. You sign it right there. You put it in your wallet. Jim Harbaugh is 5-0 in opening games in his coaching career in the NFL.
Yeah.
And so, he prepares his teams well.
Right.
They have a lot of time. Believe me when I tell you, coaches on the Charger staff, no different than coaches on the Ram staff. The coaches on the Ram staff are focused on this week against the Texans, but there's a whole other portion of the Rams coaching staff that's already working on the following week against the Titans.
Right.
So the Charger staff has been working on the Chiefs for quite some time. And on one hand, you could say, well, Jim Harbaugh's teams are very prepared. We would all understand that. And then, of course, there's the flip side, which is Andy Reid. You give Andy Reid the preseason, no different than when Andy Reid has a bye week in all of his success. Yeah. So this should be a well-played football game between two teams and two staffs that know each other pretty well. But it just wouldn't surprise me if the Chargers wind up winning this game just because of the excitement of getting started with the season, Harbaugh, the new toys that he has. And I just the travel is such a headache.
But both teams have to do it. So
of course, I actually think this is going to be a very, very well played, very competitive game.
So you don't think anyone's going to lay the wood? You think there's going to be a competitive game?
Oh, I think there's going to be a very competitive game.
Okay, well, interesting because if you need to lay wood, Cap, I do know where you can get some of that wood.
This guy,
the best hardwood
with these transitions, unbelievable.
Right, the most hardwood at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Okay. Legitimately family run. You need flooring in your new home, rental, or ADU. You need that hardwood. Okay, they got it for you. All right, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. I mentioned the family. The crazy Hernandez brothers will take care of you. By the way, this is a family business through and through. Started 57 years ago by Papi Hernandez. So you got the crazy Hernandez brothers. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. When you call, you could literally ask for the crazy Hernandez brothers. All right? They got mom there, aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, sisters. You name it, they're all there. Okay? No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it's that hardwood, laminate, tile, vinyl, carpet, you name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. 2 locations. The original in Commerce, Santa Ana for those of you in the OC. So when you go to any of those 2 locations, you can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day. And that's huge, especially when you're trying to finish a project fast. That's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you. And check this out. First responders, active military, and veterans will receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you find a better price, which I doubt, Hernandez will match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. Carlos, Steven, the crazy Hernandez brothers will take care of you. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net, or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Thank you, Georgie. I don't know why that Georgie thing started. I've never done that.
I don't know, but I call him Georgie because he's like little Georgie.
Because we were talking about the movie It, and he's like, hiya, Georgie.
I got to get back to
true.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:16 in the morning. Good morning, the Sedano Kap Morning Show. So we didn't do a morning roll call today because we're a little behind, but we'll do it tomorrow, especially with Trudell here. Trudell and Cap.
Yeah, Trudell's going to be in the house tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the morning roll call. We'll do it again tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Okay, we're going to take a little bit earlier of a timeout because we got to get Radio Tinder, and we got Kevibn Demoff joining us. So 3-minute timeout, and then more of Sedano and Cap in the morning right here. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retrovan Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. For the first time, you can stream all of ESPN all in one place. And guys, it's changed the game for me personally. All the best live sports, the most championship moments, studio shows, documentaries, and originals. Too many to even name them all. Plus, all these great new features like watching 4 games at once in multi-view. Your fantasy team updates live in-game. SportsCenter, customized just for you. They thought of everything to make this the ultimate destination for fans. Sign up for the all-new ESPN app right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hello, I'm Richard Navarro, General Manager at Fleming Steakhouse and Wine Bar in downtown Los Angeles, where unforgettable dining meets the heart of the city. Whether it's prime steaks, fresh seafood, or your handcrafted cocktail, we're here to make your next experience out exceptional. Call us today at 213-745-9911 to reserve your next table. We're open for lunch and dinner. Fleming's, where great steaks, good times. Call at 213-745-9911.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, nice. Price is right.
8:20, good morning. Radio Tinder time, we like to play a TV theme, and guess what? On this day in 1956, the game show The Price is Right premiered on CBS.
Yeah. 56, huh?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a mention of Bob Barker in the Happy Gilmore 2 movie? Wasn't there like a quick
I think they
Bob
worked
Barker,
it in somehow. Or
like
they did it
shout-out?
just in the flashback when he did the
No,
flashback.
he was in the grave in the cemetery.
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
that's
grave.
right.
That's what it was. That's what it was.
$1,
yes.
Bob. $1.
Yeah, if you guys keep stressing me out, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to come visit me, do a live remote in my grave.
You know, that's a great idea, by the
would
way.
be a great idea,
That is a
yeah.
really good idea. Now that we've got the technology that we can use the Wi-Fi card.
They got
and
a
we can just
dartboard there?
broadcast. Yeah, we just broadcast right from your grave. Chris, what do you think? Oh, okay. All right.
All right. You can
You're a
follow
little
her at
quiet
Lindsay.
these days, Chris.
What?
No, he's going to haunt both of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
for
will.
sure.
I'll show up in the shower with Cappy and throw him down.
You think there were ghosts in these walls before?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget about our new sponsor, the Crazy Hernandez Brothers, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624 or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, guys. So I saw this story on the Am I the A-hole Reddit, and it's about a young man, about 28 years old, so a little older than your son, Cappy, your son Justin, got into an argument with his dad after he asked for a to-go box at a restaurant. So Dad took the family out to dinner, and the son, what are you putting your hands up for over there, Christopher?
Some of the stories amuse
why
me,
he
but
was
I laugh.
laughing.
Oh,
Some
okay.
of the things amuse me, and I laugh.
Yeah, he amuses you like a
I'm here to
clown.
amuse you,
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah.
I'm here to amuse you. Come on, Joey. You're my brother, Joey.
So anyway, the guy ordered a side dish because he said that he wanted to order a side dish because he was extra hungry. But his eyes were bigger than his stomach. So when it was time to leave, he asked for a to-go box. And his dad scolded him and said, just so you know, when you order food at a restaurant, you should eat it all. And you should never order enough to where you take home a to-go box because it's insulting for the person who's paying. So since the dad was paying, he thought that it was rude. And I'd never heard of this before. I never thought like, oh, I'm going to order extra food just because someone else is paying. So I wanted to ask you guys, do you think that it's insulting to get a to-go box when someone else pays? Swipe left or swipe right. Cappy, you go first.
I'm going to swipe left and say no, I don't think it's insulting. I think it's insulting if you order a whole bunch of stuff and then there's a bunch of stuff still sitting on the table and they come by and they go, hey, would you like a to-go box? And you're like, nah, I don't care. So now you've ordered all this food.
I agree.
Dad's paid
Good
for
point,
all this
Cappy.
food.
Good point.
And then you're like, nah, throw it in the trash. I don't care. So I think that would be the rude thing.
Yeah, I'm in 100% agreement with Cappy. A to-go box is fine, and, the food is still going to get eaten, right? So, why not? I think the dad is kind of being a pain in the ass.
Are you guys big on eating leftovers from a restaurant, when you put them in your fridge, or do they just sit
depends
there?
on what it is.
If I paid for something, I generally we have leftovers here at the house plenty. Especially if you have something good for dinner, and then maybe you have it for lunch the next day. Sure, yeah, no problem.
See, I'm kind of bad like that, and Rachel will always complain to me. She'll be like, "Oh, this is my dinner, and it's going to be my lunch tomorrow." And then what happens is once I'm done eating mine, then I start eating hers.
Right.
And then she's like, "But now you're eating my lunch for tomorrow," and I'm like, "Sorry, girl, it's here on the table. I'll eat it."
No, because Stephanie's big on taking to-go boxes and never eats them. So by the end of the week, her fridge is just stacked up with different boxes from different restaurants.
Yeah. No, man, if I have food, I pay for this food, all of it's being eaten.
Yeah,
if there's anything left, it's going home and it's being eaten immediately.
I just don't like how they call them doggy bags sometimes.
Oh, I hate that.
Doggy bag?
I hate
what?
that. What are you giving? Why do they call it that? They give it to your
You
dog?
give it to your dog back in the day.
Yeah, they used to give it to the dog. Exactly.
I have so many
Insulting.
leftovers sitting in my refrigerator right now that
Eat
will
it.
not get eaten. I
Eat
know.
it,
Eat it for lunch.
Eat it.
I know, it's so bad. I got to do something here.
All
I
right,
gotta
what's
eat it.
next?
All right, so this one especially for you, Cappy. There's a debate going online on TikTok about whether or not you should be watching, I guess you want to call it raunchy scenes in movies on a plane. So there's.
Oh my God! I saw one the other day. Actually, a guy doing that.
So they offer them on planes. There's plenty of movies that are R-rated that have sex scenes or whatever.
Right.
And there's this one woman on TikTok who said she told the person next to her, since she had a kid in the seat, if they could, change the screen. But then somebody else was like, "No, I'm gonna watch what I want to watch. Mind your business. Don't look at my screen."
I can just imagine Cappy looking at somebody else's screen across the aisle going, God, that's hot. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What movie is that? Where can I find that?
Yeah,
Tap
can
the
I
guy on
too?
the shoulder.
Is there a way for me to plug into your iPad here?
Yeah. But by the way, to Lindsay's point, sometimes it's just on the offerings on the plane.
Right. Right. There's plenty of R-rated movies that they offer on the plane. So I was going to ask how you guys feel about this. Are you going to watch an R-rated movie with an X-rated or R-rated scene? I guess
I have kids and small ones, right? So I am more conscious of if it's just adults around me, then. And there's a movie that I want to watch, and it happens to be R-rated, and maybe a sex scene will pop up, then I'll watch it. But if I know, if I got 2 kids in the row next to me, then I'm not doing that. I'll just, I'll listen to a podcast or something, or watch ESPN or whatever.
What about skipping through the scene? Would you ever would you watch it and then be like, oh?
No, I would want to watch the scene. So I would just avoid the situation if I was sitting near children.
That's not going on repeat. Hey, kids, let's watch this again.
Yeah, not me. I'd be like, hey, listen, I don't mean to bother your kid right next to me, but hey, kid, did you see this? Let me teach you about the birds and the bees right now, pal. Okay? But here's the thing. I don't mind people watching stuff on the plane, and whether it's your iPad or whether it's your, the screen in front of you, do your own thing, okay? What bothers me is I was on a flight recently, and there was this young kid about a row in front of me, young African-American kid, and he's got his phone on, and he doesn't have headphones, and he's watching Instagram videos, and every other word was a word that we cannot and will not ever say, right? And I'm like, hey, bro, A, do you need headphones? And B, if you're not going to wear headphones, come on, that is the kind of language that I can't hear. So can everybody just be a little considerate to the people around them?
I had the flight attendants. They did an announcement the other day on one of my flights recently about that. So yeah, I mean, you got to have the headphones. Even if you're kids, like we bring headphones for the kids for their iPads and stuff like that. So anyway, that is Radio Tinder, brought to you by our friends at the Crazy Hernandez Brothers. Hernandez also flooring. You need flooring? Call them at 866-62-FLOOR, as Chris mentioned earlier. All right. So, Cappy, before we talk to Kevin Demoff, the president of your LA Rams, tell us about your friend Avner Gatt, who was in studio yesterday.
Avner was in studio yesterday. He was incredible. He's so generous to us. He always brings gifts. I know I got the new Avner Gatt hat.
Did you see what he got me? My gift?
Oh, that was beautiful, what he did for you.
By the way, I never got the oh no, I did. That's right. He gave me the
power charger.
The power charger, yeah, I got it here.
But Chris, what did Avner give you?
He got me a blood pressure monitor for my wrist. So I don't
by the way,
have to carry my other ones that I put on the arm, the cuff.
Yeah.
He got me a wrist one with his logo on it. It was
yeah,
great.
with him and his wife, Nira. These guys, everything they have is logoed. And I'll tell you something right now. I'm jealous as hell because it's brilliant. Logo everything, man. But here's the thing about Avner Gatt. If your insurance company is turning on you because you've had major water damage in your house, it could have been a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, maybe a water line, a toilet, who the hell knows? All I know is this: if there's water damage and your insurance company is not taking care of you the way they should, that's when you call Avner Gatt, 818-917-5256. Why? Because Avner is one of the largest public adjuster firms in all of Southern California. And here's the thing. He has the relationships with the insurance companies. And moreover, he knows these insurance policies like the back of his hand. You don't know them. I don't know them. I'm not a negotiator with insurance companies. Let Avner handle it. And oh, by the way, yesterday he was talking to us about cybersecurity. And if you're a business owner, you got to make sure that you are protected against cybersecurity. And if there's ever a breach, if you're ever hacked, you've got an insurance policy for that, but you may need Avner and his team to go fight the insurance company to get you the money that you deserve in a cybersecurity hack. So it could be cybersecurity, it could be water damage, could be fire damage. You can learn so much more by visiting Avner's website, avnergatt.com. That's avnergatt.com. Call him 818-917-5256. You call, he answers, he says, hello, Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Thank you, Cappy. 8:30 right now on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. The great Kevin Demoff is on the line, ready for you, Sedano and Cappy.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Beautiful. Hi, Kev.
Good morning. You guys now make us get up early to talk to you.
Well, I kind of think you're an early riser anyway, right? I mean, come on. 8:30 in the morning for you, that's not... What time did you get up this morning?
6:30.
6:30. And is that something... You pop out of bed, you got an alarm. What's the story?
Closer it gets to 50, the more it's less of a pop out of bed and more of an alarm.
Oh, because I always think that the older you get, the earlier you wake up.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work for me. But, being 3 days out from the season, you get up a lot easier.
Yeah, I would think so. Kevin, I thought your letter to the season ticket holders was really great. I mean, just the excitement for the season is one thing, but sharing with everybody, hey, when you come to SoFi Stadium this Sunday, like we will all be there, there's so much more to do around the stadium. And I thought really the end of the letter, which I appreciated receiving, was, hey, this is the way I received it. Look, we got 8 home games, man. That's all we got is 8 home games. Hopefully there'll be more. But one home game in particular is late against San Francisco. Come on out, fans, and don't give up those tickets. So I love the letter. What was the thought process behind getting it to everybody?
Look, I think there's always, when you start the season, the fans have excitement. There's always just a chance to reconnect. This is one of the most exciting weeks of the year on the football calendar. Week 1, it's the most overhyped, overanalyzed game of the year. And then you add in, though, it's the first time you truly get our Rams family back at SoFi Stadium together. It's the first time they've been together really since the Arizona game pre-Christmas. When you look back through preseason, obviously, unfortunately, we lost the wild card game to Arizona, but you get your family back. And I think there was also, a reflection amongst our entire organization. This is the start of year 10, and, taking a look at, not just the product on the field, but the fan base, the development at Hollywood Park, what's going on at Woodland Hills, some of the successes over the past 10 years and some of the opportunities we still have going forward here in Los Angeles. So I think it was, a lot of excitement around this team, which you feel in our building each day. a little bit reminiscing about the past 10 years, and let's just go beat the Texans and have a great day Sunday.
Kevibn Demoff, the president of your LA Rams, with us here on Sedano and Cap. So, Kevin, it's interesting. I saw the story that you did with Bill Plaschke and the conversation that you had with him in the LA Times. And the takeaway I had there is, which is, something we've discussed here on the show plenty, and we talked about in the preseason too, which is, yes, quarterback is incredibly important. It's the most important position, arguably, in sports, and we all understand that. But I do think it's a true testament to what you guys have done as an organization, that you've built a complete team. You and I and Cappy referenced this during the preseason when we met with you there, where your defense last year cost less than $24 million, your starting defense, which is insane. And, the way you guys have constructed this roster with Sean and Les and everyone involved is really just incredibly impressive. And just, people don't realize how much goes into that. That is a year-over-year build. That's not just a one-year thing. But just if you can kind of take us inside the mindset of the team as you guys have built this particular roster over time.
Yeah, I think it's a great point, George. Because one of the things that has always probably been true about us is that, for a long time we had really elite talent at the top, but always were relying on youngsters for depth. And, if you have a year where you go through some injuries, that could derail you. And I even saw an article this week that said the Rams were top-heavy. And I think that's the thing that we're most excited. This team is the deepest team we've had. And I think I've said a couple places, it's the most talented. And I don't necessarily mean that, we have more Pro Bowlers or, maybe more elite talent. But 1 through 53, this is the most competitive, deepest roster that we've had. And when you look at all the positions, you feel like you can absorb an injury or two and feel pretty good about the people coming in and replacing them. And that's been, great credit to Les and the scouts and a couple of really good drafts that we stacked on top of each other, to Sean and the coaches for developing those players, and then for still being able to go out and make strategic acquisitions in free agency. You get a Devontae Adams, you get a Poona Ford, you even get a, Nate Landman, who's going to start for us a middle linebacker and call the plays and wear the green dot, kind of was a tossed-aside player from Atlanta. And I think those are the ways you try to build a team so that 17 weeks is a grind. And you got to get through it. You got to be healthy. You're going to have some injuries, but this team hopefully is built to withstand that. And look, this is a very competitive NFC. I can make a case for, 11 to 12 teams making deep runs in the playoffs if you took the optimistic case. So we're going to have a gauntlet. It's going to be a fun year, but, I think so much of the storyline has been about Matthew's back. And not that Matthew's not a great player and important, but we feel good about Jimmy and Stetson if Matthew is to miss a game or two. But we feel really good about the 53 players on this roster on the whole.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think that besides the actual roster itself, I think the coaching staff, and this is something we also talked about during preseason training camp, having the staff be pretty much intact from a year ago, that leads to a familiarity, the staff with the players with the staff, et cetera. So I think that's sort of an underestimated part of the story. What do you think about that?
Oh, I think it's a hugely underestimated part of the story. That, this team on the whole, there was not a lot of turnover, I would say by NFL standards year over year. Most of our key starters and players from last year are coming back. Yes, you lose a Cooper Kupp, who's a franchise icon, but you're able to get a Devontae Adams in. But, I thought even the strides you saw from Chris Shula last year, always had high hopes for him, kind of as he and the young defense learned. By the end of the year, we were certainly one of the most explosive defenses, in the league, and 17 sacks in the playoffs, which tied a record for the first two games, I think highlighted that. Now, you don't pick up where you left off. You got to go build it again. You got to go get better. But I think Chris, with another year under his belt of calling plays, the defense returning, basically as is, and those young guys getting better with Jared Verse and Kobe Turner and Braden Fisk and Byron Young, up front, that's what I think gives us so much excitement, that this is still a very young team at many spots, especially on defense. And they're just going to get better and better. I saw a statistic, I think it was on ESPN or somewhere, that, we spend, you mentioned what we spend is the least on defense. The second least is the Eagles. So maybe there's, something there that, that is a positive.
Kevibn Demoff, the president of the Rams, with us here on Sedano and Cap. So, one of the things that's been kind of the calling card, too, for the Rams organization under Sean McVay is, we've heard about the McVay tree, right? How it continues to grow. So many guys in different places that have spent time with you guys in this organization that have gone on to other things and head coaching jobs. But that doesn't even count the coordinators. Like this week, Nick Caley, the offensive coordinator for the Texans, is someone that you guys had on your coaching staff. He was your passing game coordinator. He was your tight ends coach. Again, it just goes to show you, not only are you guys building great players and developing players, but you're doing a hell of a job developing coaches. I mean, I know in the last preseason game I did, which was preseason game number 2 against the Chargers, right? Like Aubrey was coaching that game. And I just think the way you guys handle those guys too is something that should be lauded.
Well, that's a great credit to Sean and everybody who's been here. Nick got an amazing opportunity. I give him credit. He had an opportunity 2 years ago to go to whether it was New England as a coordinator or Seattle as a coordinator and turned them down because he didn't know that he was ready. He was very happy where he was. When he got an opportunity this year to go to Houston with someone like Nick Caserio, who he's worked with before, with C.J. Stroud, you look at him and you say, yeah, that's a great opportunity. We'd love you, to go partake in that. And he's deserving, and he's going to be, a worthwhile adversary. But it seems like everywhere you go in the league now, you look up and down, the games. You start with this one, and it's there. You have Nick Caley. Next week you see John Fossil, in Tennessee. You get to Jacksonville and Liam Cohen, and you go up and down. You're like, I feel like, there's a familiar face everywhere. Now that Sean and Les have been here 8-9 years, and whether it's James Gladstone and Brad Holmes or the coaches, there are a lot of Rams alumni in this league, and I think that's a great testament to what those two have built organizationally.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, I want to go back to something we started with, which is, the 10 years of the Rams being back in L.A. Man, it seems like those 10 years just flew by because I can remember going back, to 2014, 2015, and, all the talk about who was going to get L.A. It's incredible what has happened here in the last 10 years. And one of the things in this email that you send to season ticket holders is all of the community involvement. And that's what an NFL team is supposed to be in any community. And sometimes it could come off as, I don't know, like, hey, these guys came from St. Louis, they came back, and Kevin was a part of that. But it sounds very genuine and sincere, and I think most of that, at least the way I read it, is the community involvement is important to you because, Kevin, you may have brought the Rams back to L.A., but you grew up in L.A. You're from L.A. So for me, with the way I read it, all this community talk is important to you because you are a native of Los Angeles. At least that's the way I read it. What do you have to say about that?
That's a small part of it. I look at it as that's the responsibility of this team. And when you come and you build the world's greatest stadium, it's not just about the stadium. It's about 365 days a year giving back to your community. And I think one of the questions always before a team returned to Los Angeles was, does Los Angeles need the NFL? And I think the community involvement is a way of reminding people that it's not just about the games and the fandom and fantasy football and Sundays. What an NFL team can bring to your community in moments of need, as we've seen during the fires. I think about two of the most uplifting moments we've had in this organization were coming out of tragedy. In 2018, the Monday night game against Kansas City, this year's wild card game against Minnesota, where the joy that this team provided this community when it was hurting, certainly was a step to rebuilding and to starting over. And I think when you look at NFL teams, it's not just about, I can watch them on Sunday, can be part of it. It's, can we make this a better community? Can we make Los Angeles a better place to live? Can we use the power of the NFL and our brand to uplift those Angelinos who need it most? And I think that's where our organization gets excited, because if we're doing our job on the field, we're providing joy, on 17 and hopefully 20 Sundays a year. But what about the 345 other days? Are we using the power of being the Los Angeles Rams, of being, the number 2 valued franchise in the NFL, one of the biggest in the world in the biggest city, to make Los Angeles a better community? I don't know that that's about where you grow up. I think that's about the responsibility we have as leaders in this community.
Kevin Demoff, the president of the Rams. Texans this weekend at SoFi Stadium. Week 1 is here. Of course, you can check out all the action all season long here on the home of the LA Rams, 710 ESPN. Kevin, always a pleasure, man. Thanks for joining us on our new venture here in the morning, and hopefully we'll chat more soon. And we'll see you Sunday.
It's a great way to start the mornings. George, thanks for the help in preseason. And
thank you.
Still have a great year, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you
See
again.
you on Sunday, man. Pregame. Absolutely.
Right. There he is. Kevin Demoff.
That was wonderful, guys. 8:42, good morning. By the way, I like Cappy's question there, where he's like, "What do you got to say about that, Cap?"
Yeah, what do you have to say about
that?
that?
You did it twice. I always love when you do that. You do your preamble, which is usually very good, and then you it's like your signature. I feel like it's like, well, what do you have to say about that?
Right. Well, because sometimes when you like stop because like you're in the middle of a conversation, like there's that whole, are you asking me something, or are you just kind of waiting for me to feed off what you're saying? So I'm trying to get to, what do you think? What is your opinion? How do you feel?
Yeah. But that could be you know how like everybody's got like a calling card, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like when Mason and I used to make fun of Chris Cuomo when he was on CNN. I know he's on like, I think News Nation now or whatever.
Something like that.
And we used to talk about how hammy he was on the air. And when we used to do crosstalk, and he used to have a thing that he would say, all right, he'd bring on a guest and he'd be talking about it, he'd be like, let's get after it, right? That was kind of his thing. This could be your let's get after it. It could be like, what do you have to say about that?
Well, or like, I hate when people go, what say you?
Well, no, what say you?
What say you?
What say you?
Who does
You're
that?
very involved in the community. What say you? You know, so I just say, what do you think?
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show coming up at 9 o'clock on 710 in the app. The Rich Eisen Show. We will continue on the YouTube only hour, and coming up today in the YouTube only hour, we are going to do our picks against the spread, plus the return of What the Funch. Hopefully it'll be better than it was day one. And we'll have chances for you to go and be with Cappy and I tomorrow at Angel Stadium in the Coors Light Chill Zone. Right now we got an opportunity for you to win a family 4-pack. Do they still do that? Family 4-pack.
Family 4-pack.
Hey, everybody. Call 877-710-ESPN. Be caller number 7. You win a 4-pack of tickets to join Cappy, me, tomorrow, Angels A's, in the Coors Light Chill Zone. We got food and lots of not steamy, but icy cold Coors Light for you when you join us, okay?
It will be steamy out there, but we'll have those icy cold Coors Lights, and then you can eat a fat one, bro, because they got those really good brats.
I'm going to eat like 5 fat ones with you.
There you go.
Caller number 7 right now, 877-710-ESPN. 3-minute timeout, and we're back. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Abner Gatz, your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call Abner directly at 818-917-5256 for help with your insurance claim.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Y'all know his name?
Lil Wayne presents the Carter 6 Tour.
5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go.
Live at Crypto.com Arena, Friday, September 12th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. It's time to get down on it when funk, R&B, and soul icons Kool and the Gang hit the stage at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino on Friday, October 10th.
Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Yeah, yeah.
Boogie down to legendary hits like Celebration, Ladies Night, and Jungle Boogie.
Get down on it. Come on and get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. You gotta feel it. Get down on it.
Kool and the Gang will have everyone on their feet and grooving all night. You know the hits, and now it's your chance to experience them live. Kool and the Gang. One night only on Friday, October 10th at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Get your tickets today.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Cappy, and I want to remind you about my great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. You know I'm a huge Subaru fan for so many reasons: safety, technology, versatility, reliability, and you know they're all about that Subaru love promise. Come visit my friend Omar and his team at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Not only do they have an amazing line of new Subarus, but they've also got a massive selection of pre-owned certified Subarus at amazing prices. Ocean Subaru, 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Visit OceanSubaruOC.com for more information. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't be that side chick, yo. 847, Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On this day in 2019, the number one hit, Lizzo. The truth hurts, Cappy.
Oh, it does hurt. Hurts bad.
Also,
Real bad.
today is National Newspaper Carrier Day. They still
really?
got those newspapers?
I don't know, man. There are occasionally some people in my neighborhood that I will see get a newspaper on their driveway, but few and far between.
By the way, congratulations to Nicholas Holk, H-O-L-K, Holk, from Los Angeles, and Todd Valencia from Fullerton, the DTF. They're both got family four-packs. They're going to join us tomorrow in the Coors Light Chill Zone at Angel Stadium for Angels A's. Cappy and I throwing down brats and icy cold Coors Lights. Your chance to win. We got another four-pack. We'll do it in the 9 o'clock YouTube-only hour. Exactly right.
I have a great time at those games. I got to tell you, honestly, like, I got it. It's Angels, A's, and it's not exactly like Dodgers, Padres, you know. I mean, I get it. But, listen, Angel Stadium is still, it's super clean. It's a great place to bring a family to. We hang out in center field right above the big rock structure. The fireworks go off right near us. The icy cold Coors Lights are flowing. And you know what? It's great to get out and party with the people on a Friday night. So bring it, sucker.
And they got a nice Caesar salad for us, too. They got
That
the
was a
Caesar
nice
salad,
Caesar
they
salad.
got the dogs, they got the brats, and those cookies. The
Those cookies are fire.
It's a good item.
Yeah. Fire is what they are.
Fire AF.
That's exactly right, my friend.
So, Cappy, should we kind of recap about the Pablo thing yesterday a little bit or no?
I think we should, because I thought that, first of all,
or do you want to save that for the YouTube hour?
So let's save that for the YouTube hour. Let me
Okay.
make the decision for Cappy, because what I
Okay.
want to do right now is I want to bring
Tell
in
us.
Greg Bergman, host of
Okay.
the Blue Review.
Oh, the Blue Review! The Blue Review! With Bergman and friends.
With Bergman and team.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Bergman and
the
team.
nine-game
Sorry.
thing right now. Anyway, Bergman is going to tell us, too, about his big football contest with our friends at Circle Las Vegas.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So this is really cool, actually. So I went to Circle Las Vegas just a couple of weeks ago with Mark Cates, our guy in the MC in the sales department, and it's a really, really cool place. But what they have is they're doing a whole bunch of different contests, and it ends this weekend. There is the $1 million contest, the Survivor their contest.
Right.
And this really, really big one that costs like $10,000 to get into. But I'm doing the $1 million contest. So what we're doing is around the office, people are putting money in. It costs $1,000 to get into this contest, but the people around the office are putting money in. So I thought, what
So
if we
like
did,
pooling, you're saying?
Yeah, pooling our money together. To get
And then
to-
you're all deciding on having to make picks together?
No, I am making the picks. So
So you have to put money into you making the picks.
Yeah, so I was
And so
thinking for
when
the
you put your
show-
money in, when you put your money, but Greg, just to make sure I'm clear.
I'm good at picks against the
But wait,
spread, Sedano. When I
just
was on
wanna
with
make
you.
su-
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure you're clear, though. We put our money in to Bergie's picks.
It's a Bergie Ponzi scheme.
Correct. But then you can
So how does
win
that
$1
work if
million.
you win? Like if you win money, does it get broken up between all the people that invested?
Yeah, people that invested will get money
Okay.
back. And so I thought that the show, as a show, we can do it two different ways. That where we all put money into it as well. And then you can either go off of my picks or we just talk about it and we pick it together. What do
Let
you
me
think?
talk to my financial team
how
before
much do
I
I
make
gotta
that
put in there,
decision.
Bergie?
Yeah.
So it depends. So put in $100
Because now I got to
now.
buy new headphones after Jorge made me break my headphones today.
And Bergie, here's a question for you.
Cappy's
So,
got to ask Rachel first.
right, of course.
No
There's
question about that.
But it's $1,000, right, Berg?
Yes.
And how much have you guys?
Cappy
beaten
sleeps
in?
with his financial team.
So Mark,
All right. Hey, George, not enough, by the way. Not often enough, buddy.
So Mark Cates, Mark Cates is taking in all the money. People all around the office have been putting money into it. So whatever
Right.
you
So
put
I
in,
want to know. I want to know of the $1,000.
I don't know how much he's pulled in
No,
yet.
no, it's an important point. Here's why. Because if George and I, let's say George and I both put in $100 apiece,
A
right?
hundy.
Now we're both in for 10%. Okay,
Yeah.
now that doesn't give us voting rights necessarily. We're minority holders here. But at 10%, let's say you win $1 million, George, that's $100,000 to each of us for $100.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there is money that will come back to you.
Yeah,
guys.
but what are the chances that Greg's going to beat all these sharks?
So even if I don't, let's say I'm the worst one of all of them, right?
I mean, he's beat a lot of snakes around here.
That
Nobody
is
thought he'd
fair.
survive that. So come on now.
But let's say I'm the worst. You still make money. You still win $100,000 off of that. So no matter what, even if I'm the worst picker in the history of picking, we still make money.
What if you're what if you're not? What
so
if you're middle?
You win $100,000 just for being in the contest?
No, for being the worst.
For being the last
yeah.
place. So $50,000 second to last place gets a prize too. So if I'm the worst or the second to worst, I still make money.
Yeah, but if you're middle of the road, then it's zero.
Right, if it's middle of the road, but it also goes by quarters. So there's $300,000 per quarter in prizes awarded every 4 to 5 weeks. So if I just have one good week, you make a bunch of money there. So,
all right, George, think about this now. Just let's do some business here on the air.
Is it
okay?
$100? Is that what we decided?
And then you'll get money back if you want money back based on how many people jump in.
Okay, but it's
how many people have jumped in?
That's a good question.
As of right now, I think there are 7 or 8
Well,
that
I saw
have
Mark
jumped in.
Cage just walked in. Get him over here. We'll
Mark
talk
Cates-
about it in the 9 o'clock hour.
And what did he put? What did they put
So I
in?
think
those
everybody's putting either a $50 or $100 in. But if you put 100 and we get 10 to 15 people, you'll get money back. It could drop all the way down to $50, $20, whatever, depending on how many people.
Oh,
join
because
in.
you're saying it has to just be 1,000.
Right.
Total.
As soon as you get to 1,000, then everything starts going.
So here's
down.
what happened, George.
what do you think,
Cates
Kevin?
fronted the 1,000.
Right.
Right.
Cates.
Well, he's
fronted.
got enough money. Hell, he makes more money than you and me.
Oh, combined.
Not more than Sedano, he doesn't.
Maybe not. So Cates fronted the $1,000. Then Cates, I think, thought, well, wait a second. Why don't I try and get everybody else involved? I'll recoup a little bit of my 1,000. I'll take a little risk off the table.
I am Team ESPN LA. That's what it is. It's Team ESPN LA.
Okay. So, all right. So here's my first question for Greg Bergman.
Yes.
Greg?
Yep.
Skin in the game. Have you yourself put money into the $1,000?
I have.
How much?
I put $100.
Okay. So now we're down to 900 available. And you say that other people
Well,
around the
no,
office.
I mean, Cates has still probably got 100 in there, right?
Okay,
Yep,
so
he does.
Bergie's got 100, Cates has got 100, and Greg, you say that people have put in 50, 100 around the office.
Yes, different MCs and other people. Yeah,
But you're not sure how much of the 1,000 is still quote unquote available.
I am not sure. So Mark Cates would have to tell us, and he's
Cates
running.
is
He's
walking
running
in.
in right now.
Cates
How
is
much
walking
is
in.
how much is in?
Cappy,
All right.
we could, the 5 of us could play against Berg and all put in our own 200.
Hey, do you need my social?
I mean, if you'd like to, that's totally fine.
Yeah.
But there's also, but what you have to do, okay, if you want to go
Just a
against me,
suggestion, because then that's another play, you know?
sure, absolutely. So if you want
More
to go
action.
against me, you have to go to Vegas by this Saturday. You have
Oh,
to sign
well, I
up.
I can do it. I
You
can
have
do it.
you have to sign up in Vegas,
I
and
can
then you
get
can
there.
play from anywhere.
I could get there, Cappy.
Linz could do it. Don't mess with her. She'll go up there to Vegas and just play against you, Berg.
So I'm going to get my picks in today. The lines from Circa will come today, and I will make 5 picks. So I can either talk to you guys about it as a show, or you can just trust me, which I think is the best way.
Oh, yeah,
to
we're
go.
up against it here, but Mark
I don't know
Cates
about
joining
that.
us now in studio. Mark Cates.
Let me jump in here real quick. We are putting our faith
That's what I'm
in
saying, Pete.
Bergman. He has told us that he is a master prognosticator.
That's right.
And he's going to
Can we get Mace on the phone to confirm this, or John, or somebody? I don't recall this.
I consistently beat them.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Well, Greg's told us he's winning, so
yeah,
we're counting on this.
So
how
Mark,
much have you put in?
It's a hell of a sales pitch. Is that
Yeah,
what you
Mark,
do when
really
you go
good.
to somebody else? I
I'm
mean,
here. Well,
Yeah,
am
that was
I
great,
here recruiting you? We have like one space left.
I'm here.
how much of the $1,000? How much have you guys recouped?
So we're 90% to the 1,000. So we
Oh,
have one slot left.
One
If-
$100 slot.
Correct. You guys want to split it 50 each?
George, at 50 each, I think
50K coming your way for a grand prize.
George, I think for 50
All right.
each, I think it's worth the
fine.
play. It's
Yeah,
worth the
that's
play.
fine.
You guys can represent the morning show,
That's
and
what
you
I'm
can
saying.
chop up your winnings.
Okay. Well, we didn't know.
chop it up.
We had a lot of questions, Mark, about how much was still left of the 1,000. Greg didn't have the details. Now we understand that you've raised 900 of the 1,000.
Correct.
Right.
The syndicate door is shutting fast.
Okay. We'll take the last 100. Me and George will
done.
take it.
Yeah, we'll split it.
Look at that.
Done. Circle Las
Look
Vegas.
at that.
Look at that. You see, that's why Cates closes deals.
Right. Exactly. We
partnerships,
brought in the
actually.
closer.
Yeah, opens
And
partnership.
by the way, just go to circasports.com.
Can you
if you want to
play
hear
for
all
the
about this.
Dodgers? I mean, they need one. You know what I mean?
Bergman, give the address one more time.
Go to circasports.com if you want to learn all about it. There's still 3 prizes there, and it's still going up and up and up.
8:56. Eisen's coming up at 9. Sedano, tell us about our friend Jacob Emrani.
Absolutely. You get into an accident, you call Jacob. It's very simple. 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. And let's talk about the biggest myth out there when it comes to personal injury attorneys. The one that keeps good people from getting help. People think, I can't afford a lawyer. But here's the truth. You don't pay Jacob unless you win. Listen to that again. You don't pay Jacob unless you win your case. At the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, there are no upfront fees, no retainers, no surprise invoices. If Jacob doesn't recover the money for you, you owe nothing. That's how confident he is in his ability to fight and win for you. And not every law firm works that way. Some will nickel and dime you. Others will push for fast settlements just to move on to the next case. But Jacob and Ronnie's different. He invests everything into each case because he only wins when you do. So call him at 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the crew here at 710 sent you. That's 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. Whether it's a car crash, injury at work, or serious fall at the supermarket, don't let fear stop you from getting justice. The fear of the cost doesn't have to be the issue here, okay? Go get justice. This is your life. You deserve someone to put skin in the game for you. Jacob is the trusted legal partner of the LA Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. You better believe he fights like it. So call him at 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles offers breakthrough epilepsy procedures for kids who have failed other therapies? As Southern California's only all-pediatric Level 4 epilepsy center, CHLA is leading the way in the newest treatments and creates a personalized game plan for each child. So put seizures on the sideline and help get your child back to being a kid. Visit chla.org to learn more today.
I've been feeling those good vibrations all summer long. Turns out my car needs new shocks. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Gavin DeGraw brings the greatness this Saturday.
Number 2.
Claim your free Retro Band Bluetooth speaker September 9th when you earn 500 points on your rewards card.
And the number 1 reason.
Turn fantasy into reality when you host your league's fantasy football draft party at Morongo.
Morongo, good times.
Hey, it's Mace. Cosm is the ultimate immersive sports and entertainment experience. Inside the dome, an 87-foot wraparound screen surrounds you with the action from UFC and WWE to soccer, college football, and more. In the Cosm Hall, wall-to-wall screens let you watch every game at once. Last time I went, I watched 3 games at once with a killer craft cocktail. And now The Matrix is back for its 25th anniversary. Trust me, you haven't seen it until you've felt it like you're in it. Go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. I'll see you there.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Here we go, 1 minute after 9 o'clock. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, YouTube only hour, and on the ESPN LA app. So when you get to the ESPN LA app, you'll see the Sedano and Kap Show logo. You see the Rich Eisen Show logo. From 7 to 9, you see the Clinton and Friends logo. We got it all, Jack.
We got it all.
Happy 44th birthday to Beyonce. This is her country hit. It's called Texas Hold'em, Jack.
Versatility. Show them, girl. You can go country if you have to.
I like to go country every once in a while. I leave the boots on.
Yeah, you like those boots, man. Rock those boots. Like you're getting ready to, I don't know, shovel manure, which I guess in some ways, in your job, you are shoveling manure.
By the way, I'm thinking of when I'm not, like right now I'm wearing a Sunday Swagger hat. When I don't do Sunday Swagger hats or other hats, I'm thinking of doing the cowboy hat like Dion does now.
Oh, dude, if you did the cowboy hat with the Coach Prime blenders, bomb.
So
Chris,
that might be my new look.
Are you putting all your hats out together on Monday? You lay them all out and you just pick which day goes for which one?
I do, and then I think what I'm going to start doing is laying out my underwear, too, so people can see.
Oh, really? I got some new underpants for you, too, by the way.
What happened to those? You got to
they're right
the
here.
Skims.
Right here. Got them for you right here. Look at
beautiful.
these. Look at them.
Nice.
Got double X's for you.
I actually prefer XL in briefs, but that's okay.
No, you're gonna like these.
Double
man.
XL is a little too much room. I like compression.
No, they're gonna compress you, buddy. Okay. And let me tell you something. You're gonna look good. And by the way, you'll notice I'm putting them up on YouTube. They're all black, just in case you have the same problems that I have.
It was close yesterday. We were close, but we made it.
Well,
you had that incident in the office not too long ago.
Yeah, where I had to change my underpants.
Right. These are going to be for you right here.
If
these
you're
brand
new
new
to the
Skims.
show and you're like, hey, why do these guys talk about underpants and all this? Guess what? It's what we do. Okay? Keep complaining on Twitter
Shovel
about
manure.
Amongst other things. Other things, it's what we do, you know?
The Sedano Kap Morning Show. We don't want to do picks against the spread right now, Wins?
Wait, I thought there's 5 games we're supposed to do.
We do have 5 games.
I only see 4 on
I
here.
only see 4, too.
Well, I forgot to put one on there.
So we're not going to do picks against the spread. Why don't we talk about Pablo and yesterday, and we'll do picks against the spread?
Let's do that.
10 minutes.
Yeah, let's do that. So, Cappy, we had Pablo Tori on yesterday, which ended up becoming overnight, actually even into the afternoon, one of the biggest stories, if not the biggest story in sports yesterday.
Right.
So, he had alleged that in his podcast, after 7 months of an investigation, 3,000 pieces of paper that he went through and documents and whatnot, interviewing many employees of this company called Aspiration, which filed bankruptcy because they were also allegedly defrauding some investment firm, that the Clippers perhaps allegedly had been circumventing the salary cap because of a relationship this company that they had a relationship with Kawhi and paying him money to do basically nothing, a no-show job, as he called it. So with that said, the Clippers sent out an initial comment to Pablo when he posted his podcast. They have then since sent a different response that was more thorough. And then not only that happened, but Pablo Tori got a response from Mark Cuban, who just decided to weigh in on Twitter and said, I'm team Ballmer here. And then, because he said something about Pablo's reporting was, I'm paraphrasing, but shoddy in one way, shape, or form.
Let me read to you what he said, because this is important.
Okay.
Mark Cuban said, it's sad that Pablo Tori didn't take the time to find out how these scammers pulled off their scam. The idea that the default is Ballmer is the bad guy is going to backfire on him. So, look, when Mark Cuban, George...
Well, wait. But then Pablo responded to him and said, did you actually listen to the 80 minutes we did? Because we went actually through that specifically at length about the quote-unquote shadiness of the company Aspiration. And they did go into great detail about that.
Yeah. So the thing is, though, is that here's Mark Cuban, who is, first of all, very, very wealthy, very successful. He has nearly 10 million followers on Twitter. He has tremendous fame from the show Shark Tank. And the reality is Mark Cuban, even in the aftermath of selling the Dallas Mavericks, Mark Cuban is a very, very active person, not just on social media, but in politics. Look, you remember during the presidential election, you knew which side he was the anti-Elon Musk. He was the other side's version of rich tech guy. So when Mark Cuban takes to Twitter, that is going to be seen and heard. You're a former NBA owner. You're a famous TV star. You're a billionaire, and you've got a strong opinion. So that is going to get picked up. It's going to be seen. So Pablo, and Mark went back and forth yesterday, and I guess Pablo invited Mark to come on to his podcast as well. And when Cuban said,
and then Mark said, "I DM'd you."
He did it because he tweeted a little bit ago. He said, "Thanks for having me on. How long did we talk? Almost 3 hours. Really enjoyed it." So they're going to post that probably today or tomorrow.
Yeah, I would think so. But the thing is that the way Cuban kind of went at Pablo, like, it's sad that you didn't do enough research on this.
Right.
And then Pablo kind of came back to him, chest all pumped up, like, "Oh, really? Because I got some questions for you too, buddy."
Yeah.
And then the way these two ultimately get on a podcast, I'll be very curious to hear that. But I will just say one thing. Yesterday we used the word allegedly and we used the word allegations. We used it nearly 60 times yesterday, right, George?
Yeah, and by the way, just so you know, the Clippers, as I mentioned yesterday, issued a very lengthy statement vehemently denying Pablo's reporting that they circumvented the salary cap by providing Kawhi Leonard a $28 million, quote, no-show job with an environmental company aspiration. And the team stated that neither Ballmer nor the Clippers engaged in misconduct or salary cap circumvention, asserting that Ballmer invested in aspiration because of his environmental mission, which, to Steve's credit, that is something that has been very much at the top of his to-do list for a long, long time. And that the Clippers ended that relationship, as we discussed yesterday, after the company defaulted on their obligations to the Clippers, and that in the NBA launching an investigation, which Mike Bass, the spokesman for the NBA, the longtime spokesman for the NBA, said that they will look into this reporting and these allegations, and they will do their own set of reporting, indicated that the Clippers indicated they are cooperating with the other owners, with the league, and even law enforcement, because we mentioned the DOJ is looking after this aspiration company.
So here's the thing about this whole story, just now that we've had 24 hours to digest it all.
Yeah.
We used the word allegedly 60-plus times yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. I think we'll all agree on this. You guys tell me. We don't know if everything that Pablo reported is 1,000% fact. Right? Like, it's a report based on the research that he did.
Right.
It took a long time to do the research. It takes a lot of courage to put this kind of stuff out there. And you do that when you think you got it right. So Pablo putting it out there is his confidence in his reporting.
Yes.
Cuban and his response, it questions the reporting.
Right.
Right? Okay? And we question it because we don't have it as 1,000% fact. We have it based on a very reputable, credible reporter. Can we all agree on that?
And the way he laid out his reporting on top of everything else.
Right.
Yes.
Now Cuban brings up a point that I made yesterday, and here's the point I was trying to make. And George, you and I went deep into this yesterday. It was, when you're ultra rich, people think you're also really smart. Mm-hmm. And sometimes people who are not necessarily overly smart, they get really rich. And then you know what happens to those guys that were moderately smart but got really rich? You know what happens to those guys?
What happened?
They're the smartest guy in the room because they made a lot of money.
Right.
So now they know everything.
Yeah.
Okay? What I was saying to you yesterday, and I think this is what Mark Cuban was saying, just because you're a billionaire and just because you're a smart guy doesn't necessarily mean that you can't be scammed.
Right.
And what Cuban's point was, based on what I read, was that Ballmer got scammed.
Right.
And the guy who scammed him is now facing, the wrath
Very
of
serious,
the government.
Yeah, charges, yes.
Right. So, and why? How could Steve Ballmer get scammed? I'm not sure, but I'm trying to put 2 + 2 + 2 together, and it kind of seems like it goes like this. Ballmer is a guy who has this this thought on how to help the environment. Ballmer, as I understand it, I believe has ties to Harvard. Maybe he went to Harvard. Maybe he went to Harvard.
Yeah, he went to
Business
Harvard,
School.
too. Yeah.
Okay. So now you
all
have
of them went to Harvard, including Pablo.
And, okay, I didn't know that about Pablo. Isn't this interesting that you have Ballmer who went to Harvard, you have the guys who have been investigated from the company Aspiration, they're Harvard guys. Mm-hmm. So could you conceivably see it like this? Hey, I'm a Harvard guy. They're Harvard guys. If they went to Harvard and I went to Harvard, I think they're smart. They know I'm smart. They've got a company that has a mission that I support. You know what? I'd like to invest in their company. And by the way, $50 million for Steve Ballmer, that is, I mean, he's carrying that in his pocket. So while it sounds like a fortune to us, it's not to him, especially when he's investing in something that he looks at and he goes, you know what? I might multiply my money by 10 times. This $50 million could turn into $500 million. So is it conceivable? This is my question. Is it conceivable that Steve Ballmer, smart and wealthy, got scammed by other guys that were smart and wealthy and had real credentials? Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible. I agree.
And that is what Mark Cuban, I think, is saying. That ultimately...
It is plausible, sure.
Yeah. Ultimately, Steve Ballmer got scammed by some bad guys. And I will be curious to hear Cuban's thoughts. I don't know if I would call them a defense, but I will be curious to hear his thoughts when Pablo releases this conversation that the two of them had. Because if we're going to keep using the word allegedly, that means that we're not 100% sure.
Well, of course we have to use the word allegedly because it's not definitive. It hasn't been ruled by anyone, right? Like once it's ruled in a court of law, then I think we can then go definitively.
But I think that people who know Pablo, and I don't. I mean, I don't know the guy. I've never met the guy ever in my life.
I mean, he was honestly, very complimentary of your questions yesterday.
Well, you know what? They were solid.
Which is a rare occurrence on this.
It was pretty solid. But listen, I don't know Pablo Tori. I've never met the guy in real life. I don't have the relationship with him that you have, okay? I know a little bit of his work. I don't know a lot of his work. But I do know that he's considered a very credible investigative journalist. So now it just comes down to, as Cuban calls himself, I'm on Team Ballmer. That's Cuban's term. Mm-hmm. Other people, and I think the majority of people, George, and I suppose you're probably on this team as well, then there's Team Pablo, which is I believe in what Pablo reported. Right. And what Pablo reported was there was essentially circumvention of the salary cap because Ballmer took money, put it into the company. The company put money into Kawhi. Kawhi has to be on the Clippers if he's going to earn that money. And the day he's off the Clippers, he's not earning that money. And that is a smoking gun that everybody collaborated and knew what was going on here. Is that really the end of the story? I guess we're going to find out.
We'll find out. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll find out. So.
All right, 9:14, good morning.
Good
YouTube
morning to
only
you, sir.
hour. Am I potted up here already? My quack quack. Where's my quack
Quack,
quack?
quack, quack. Give him his quack quack.
I want my quack quack. All right, we're gonna do solicit first, Lindsay, or you want to do the picks against the spread first?
Let's do the picks against the spread first.
Ooh. Week 1. NFL football is back, Jack. And we begin. We're going to do Cowboys-Eagles first, right? Hey. Tonight
That's
at Lincoln
correct.
Financial Field, the world champion, defending champion, Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, host the Micah Parsons-less Dallas Cowboys. I don't have the spread in front of me because it's not on the sheet of paper, but let's start with
It's all
picks
in
against
the-
the spreads. Shit on them.
I can read them for you if you'd like.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lindsay. Yeah, you host this. Go.
All right, so we got Cowboys at Eagles, and the Eagles, it's -8.5. Yikes. Quite a lot there.
Yikes. Campy, what are you thinking about this one?
I am going to play this game tonight, and the way I'm going to play it is I'm going to take Dallas to cover. I think Philadelphia wins, but division rivalry game, opening night, all the emotion for the Eagles, getting their celebration of their Super Bowl, the crowd going nuts. I just think Dallas comes in, the chip on their shoulder of losing their best defensive player. I don't know that Dallas can win this game on the road, but I think they can keep it within 7 points. So I think this is a 7-point win for Philadelphia, like a 28-21, 28-24 kind of game. I'll take Dallas to cover.
So here's what I'm going to say. I think that
Wait, Cappy,
people
you forgot
tend
to give us your number.
Yeah, what's the number?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Because,
pardon me.
wait. So the way we do this, for those that are listening to this for the first time, we pick 5 games against the spread. And then we assign a confidence vote to it, okay? And that's how we tally our scores week by week and at the end of the season. So because there are 5 games, for example, the game you're most confident in picking against the spread, you will assign it a 5. The game you're least confident in picking against the spread, you will assign it a 1. and so on and so forth in between. So go ahead, Cappy.
So I'm going to give the Cowboys, I'm going to take the 8.5 points. I'm going to take the Cowboys, and my confidence meter is right in the middle. I'll give it a 3.
Okay, so I will say this. If the Eagles were to have one weakness, I think, this season, okay, on defense, maybe not even call it a weakness. It would be a question mark, right? It would be their secondary, Cappy. And I think because of the addition of George Pickens, and, we've talked enough about how, he can rock the boat a little bit on a roster occasionally, but he's got CeeDee Lamb next to him. So, and Dak Prescott, the Cowboys win 7-10 last year. But the Cowboys, when Dak Prescott is in the lineup, is good. And he was not in the lineup a ton last year because of injury issues he was dealing with. In the previous 3 regular seasons prior to last year, Cowboys win 36-15. Okay? Now, do I think that they're a playoff team? Probably not. But do I think they're going to be in the hunt? Yes. And I still think it's a division game. That's a big number on the road, okay? And I just think, to me, this game is a lot closer in week 1 with all this time to prepare. So I'm going to give the Cowboys, I'm going to take the Cowboys plus the 8.5 as well. I'm going to make that my 5, man.
Nice.
Wow.
Nicely done. Gutsy play. Good.
All right, Bergie, what
Who's
about
next?
you?
So I'm totally with Cappy on this because of that it's in division, it's the Cowboys and how they're playing, and I just don't – I feel like I'm going to go with the Cowboys on this one as well, but I'm not that confident. I'm right in the same vein as Cappy with my 3.
Baseball?
All right, I'm going to go with my guy DeAndre, who's a big Eagles fan, because I know he's listening. So I'm going to pick the Eagles, and I'm going to make that my 4.
Ooh.
I'll take the Eagles, and I'm going to make that my 5.
Ooh.
Stinking Cowboys.
Brianna, what about you?
Give me the Eagles in my 5 as well. Let's go.
Okay, wow. Coming out hot.
All right, next one. We got the Chiefs minus 3.5 at the Chargers in Brazil. So it doesn't really matter. It's neutral field, but that's what, the Chargers are technically the home team. So, Cappy, you go first.
Well, I said it earlier. I wouldn't be really surprised if the Chargers win this game, but of course, there's no chance on God's green earth that I would ever pick them to win this game. I'll take the Chiefs. I'll lay the 3.5. I don't feel overly confident about it. I'll give it my 2.
All right, Bergie, how about you go next?
Again, right with Cappy. I have the Chiefs with my 2.
All right, Brianna, how about you?
Give me the Chiefs at 4.
Oh, 4. I thought you do Niners 4.
We don't have a Niners.
We don't have a Niners
That's
game.
right, that's
Exactly.
right.
Damn it.
Good point.
The Niners will be my 5, by the way.
Niner gang.
All right,
Bang, bang.
Christopher Morales.
Just to screw with Cappy, I'm going to take the Chargers and make it my 4.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you really look at it historically, Andy Reid does a really good job week 1 of unveiling new wrinkles into what he does year over year. And he certainly is capable of doing that here. But, I as much as I think the new revamped offensive line for the Chiefs will be good as the season goes along, they do have a rookie left tackle in Josh Simmons, okay? And Rasheed Rice, as I mentioned earlier, is suspended for the start of the season, 6 games, okay? The Chargers defense under Jesse Minter, Cappy, okay, has been pretty good historically. Historically, because remember, he came from the Ravens, at limiting explosive plays. So I feel like defenses tend to be ahead of offenses. And here's another thing that I don't think people are talking about. I still believe Patrick Mahomes, when push comes to shove, if I needed to win one game for my life, I would.
Mahomes is the best. Mahomes.
Mahomes. Thank you.
That's a long drop, man.
Yeah. No, it's good though. It's good. I would still probably pick him, but I don't think this is the week where, because of the rookie left tackle, because he doesn't have all the weapons he normally would have. Hollywood Brown is coming off a big injury from last year, right? In the wide receiving core. I still think there are some questions in the passing game against a quality defense, which was the number 1 defense in the league last year, and has a good defensive coordinator like Jesse Minter. Here's an interesting stat, okay, I found on Patrick Mahomes, okay? Of the 42 quarterbacks who had at least 200 dropbacks last year, only Gardner Minshew and Tua Tagovailoa, who only played half the season, okay, had a lower average of air yards per attempt than Mahomes last year. And this is a thing that we've started to see little by little in his career.
Wait,
so
can you
because
repeat
of
that? It was a little confusing for me.
42 quarterbacks played at least 200 dropbacks last year.
Okay.
Only Gardner Minshew and Tua Tagovailoa threw the ball shorter distances
Okay.
than Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Got it.
So air yards per attempt, okay, where the ball travels. And I just think it's hard to win games against a good defense and a good DC when you're having to basically play it in a phone booth. So I'm going to take the Chargers because it's 3.5. The half is really what sold me.
Got that hook, huh?
You get the hook.
He got me the JT the Brick Fish hook on that one.
Oh, come on.
And that's my 4 as well.
All right, I'm going with the Chargers as well, but that's just my 1, so I don't get too excited, Cap.
Okay, got it.
All right, next one. We've got the Raiders. Oh, yeah, Jorge went. Yeah, Raiders at the Patriots. Patriots minus 2.5. Oh, okay, two kind of bad teams, I guess, right? Maybe. So let's go first with Briones. How about you go first?
Give me the Raiders that one. Raiders.
Oh, yikes. Greg?
Yeah, because they're going across the country. I've seen them go to New York too many times and play a bad team in the Jets and get beat. So they don't play well on the road and going cross country. I still think the Raiders are going to win this game, and they're better than the Patriots, but I have them as my 1.
I'm ask everybody to do me a favor here, because since we're on YouTube, help me out with my fashion. For Raider Cap is in the house, Bergie.
Let's go, Raider Cap.
Okay. Raider Cap's got a whole bunch of new Raider jewelry, and I would love for everybody to tell me which one you think I should be wearing this Sunday. Should I be wearing my Jason in West Las Vegas chain? This is really cool, very icy. George, what do you think about this one that I'm showing you?
I like it. Yeah, Kevin.
He's
you like
a big
this
fan.
one? Kind of a tight choker. Then I got this one. This is more. This is more of a longer version.
Doesn't like a tight choker on a Thursday.
Yeah, I need a tight choker. All right, then I got this nice long one right here. And then this is the big daddy of them all. Take a look at this Raider necklace. Should I be wearing this one right here with the big old chain?
Cap, I thought you were supposed to be sending that back because it was a present from his wife.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jason in Nevada, this one's staying with me.
Okay.
So I got this one is from Casper Villa. This one is from Tommy. And this one is from Jason in Nevada. And I've also got my Raider Cap hat, which says Big Cappy on the bottom of it. So Raider Cap is ready to go. And with that, let me tell you something right now. I'll spike these freaking necklaces. I got the Raiders on the road, week 1, at the Patriots. And you know what? Pete Carroll, Gino, all right, all my guys going out there this week. You know what? I'll take the Raiders. I'll take the Raiders to cover the 2.5, and I'll put my money where my necklaces are. That's my 5.
Wow. Oh, going with the 5. I love it, Cap.
Cappy, I'm with you. I got Raiders 5 too because Chewy's Raider Chewy now. So George, what's your pick?
So this one is one of the tougher ones for me. I think the 2 toughest ones are going to be the Raiders, Patriots, and the Rams and the Texans, to be honest with you. So I look at this, and it's going to be – I think both teams are going to run the ball a lot. I think you're going to see a lot of Travion Henderson. I think you're going to see a lot of Ashton Genty. I think this game will be probably low scoring. I think it probably comes down to a field goal. But what I do is I look at the quarterbacks. And I think Geno Smith, he's a solid quarterback. I think Drake May has a bright future in front of him. And they've done a nice job of kind of revamping things. They brought in Mike Vrabel, who people forget is a great coach. And here's the kicker. Josh McDaniels is back as the OC of the New England Patriots, and that's where he's actually good, not as a head coach.
Yeah. Do it,
so
George. Do it, George.
I'm going to take the Patriots, and I'm going to make that my 2.
And just for JT the hack,
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
I'll take the Patriots, but I'm going to make that my 1.
All right.
JT the hack.
I knew you were going to do that.
Raider Cap got them all on right now because I know that there's a poll going up in the YouTube video right now about which one of the. I got them all on right now, boy.
Yeah, I'll make sure that I send you a pic of Chewy and his Raider Chewy bandana that he's got. All right, next one. Lions at Packers, and the Packers minus 1.5. That's going to be close spreads. I don't know there, guys. Cappy, what are you thinking?
Well, you know that I love Dan Campbell. And you know that I am a.
How about a little kick ass on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Kick ass. And you know that I'm a Jared Goff guy. So, as much as there's been all this hype on the Packers, honestly, I'm not really looking for much out of Micah Parsons this week. I think he'll dress. I think he'll try to go. but I don't know how impactful he'll be based on this back injury that he's been dealing with. I've been watching a lot of these practice videos, and he looks like he's okay, but I don't know. Something tells me I don't trust guys who don't do anything in the preseason. I don't expect a lot from him. You know what? I'll go out on a limb here. I'll take the Lions to cover the 1.5, and actually I think the Lions will win the game outright, and that will be I think I only have a 2 and a 4 left. That'll be my 2.
Hey, that's a hell of a job, man.
Hey, thanks a hell of a lot, Coach.
All right, Christopher, what do you got?
I will take the Packers to cover and a win. I guess they don't need to cover. They just need to win, and that's my 2.
All right, Berg.
So I have the Lions also, just like Cap, but that's because the Packers wide receivers are all banged up. There's like 3 or 4 of their top guys all on IL. It's going with different guys on the line there. Christian Watson's hurt. A couple other guys are hurt. I like the Lions here, and I'm going to go big on the Lions. I've got the Lions with 4.
Hey, that's a hell of a job, man.
Even after the heartbreak of the playoffs last year.
Yeah,
huh?
no, I think they come back, and they come back strong. Jameer Gibbs, David Montgomery, they're both just a tremendous back.
Jorge, what do you got?
Yeah, they're tremendous. Give me the Lions at 2.
Tremendous?
Tremendous.
All right, Sedano, who you got?
So, look, I think Greg brings up a good point in regards to the Packers' receiving core. But, I do think that Jaden Reed's going to play. Matthew Golden, the kid they drafted out of Texas, is a stud. Like, that guy is going to make an instant impact.
Got him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, Tucker Kraft is one of the, top 6 or 7 tight ends in the sport, in my opinion. And Jordan Love, while he's had his ups and downs, has shown a level of consistency overall. They've shown a level of consistency overall as an offense in his 2 years starting. That's pretty impressive. They've been the 6th and 4th most efficient offenses in the sport, despite having a young guy who's still trying to find his way. Here's the other thing. You talk about maybe the issues in the wide receiving core, and I get that to an extent. To me, the 2 bigger issues are with the Lions. They're replacing 2 coordinators, okay? Both their coordinators last year, Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, have gone on to be head coaches with the Jets and Bears, respectively. So to me, that's a huge deal that you have to replace your coordinators. I remember the Eagles a couple years ago had to replace 2 coordinators after they lost their head coaches to the Colts and Arizona Cardinals, respectively, and they struggled mightily at times, okay? So especially with a division opponent on the road, and I haven't even mentioned that Frank Ragnow, their starting center, retired. So, that's not a small thing, the guy who calls out all the calls for the offensive line. I think the Packers win this game in a close one, and I'm going to make that my 3.
All right, I'm going to go with Detroit, and that's going to be my 2 because I'm a big Dan Campbell fan.
How about a little kick-ass on 3? 1, 2, 3,
kick-ass.
All right, last one, Texans at Rams. Rams minus 3.5. Berg, let's start with you.
The only one I got left, I'm a Raiders fan. I love the Rams, but I'm a Raiders fan. But I just think that this team, how they're going to come out, they have Devontae Adams now with Puka Nacua. Their defense was one of the best defenses in the league last year. I think they come out fresh with Matthew Stafford. I got them winning this game, and I got them winning it going away. They're my 5.
Ooh, that's a big one.
No.
Nice,
Hold on a second.
nice,
I thought he already used his 5 on the
I did
Raiders.
not. I had
No, he used a 4 on his Raiders.
Oh,
no.
my bad.
I used a 1 on my Raiders.
No, you're right.
2
My
on the
bad,
Chiefs,
y'all. My bad,
3
y'all.
on the Cowboys, 4
My
on the
bad, y'all.
Lions, 5 on the
Filthy
Rams.
Scumbag, Cap.
My bad, y'all.
Why?
Thought- hey,
What are
Bergie,
you,
I
what
thought
are
you
you
put your
doing?
money
What are
where
you
your
trying to
mouth-
do to the kid there?
I thought you put your money where your mouth was on the Raiders like I did.
You did. I said I've seen
You
them
put
go
your
cross
change.
country so many
That's right.
times and lose
Do you
to the
listen
Jets.
to what he said?
I guess I wasn't listening.
I don't trust the Raiders on the East Coast. That's all
I
I
have
know.
to start keeping score here.
Christopher, what do you think about the Rams?
Well, I
That's
told
what Lindsay's doing.
I got it on the spreadsheet, Cap. I'll share it with you.
I told my BFF, Les Snead at training camp, to his face, I said, I'm taking you guys 14-3. And he said, you're a mighty positive person. I said, well, I almost died, Wes. That is why I'm taking the Rams, and that's my 3.
He came back from the dead.
Is it me?
Yeah, George, your turn.
Okay, I think this one is going to be played in the mud a little bit. I just
The mud of the field of SoFi Stadium?
yeah, I mean, in the sense of it's going to be defensive oriented. I think DeMeco Ryans, as we've talked about, has had some success against the Rams, and I think that the Rams defense, as Kevin Demoff pointed out earlier, has done a really nice job as the season progressed. Last year, they had 17 sacks in the postseason alone, which was tops in the league. So while it doesn't always necessarily carry over, I think that group is going to be leading the charge, I think, in a big way. The Rams have also kind of been a team that's felt their way through the regular season early on a little bit at times. But again, a worthy opponent. I don't love the game. I think it's the hardest one to pick. I'm going to take the Rams, but I'm not like ultra confident about it. I'm going to make that my one.
No, not really.
All right, Brunos, what do you got?
So I'm excited about this one because I'll be here Sunday at 11:30 for the pregame. You can catch that with Travis and Sua on the pregame show. But I'll take the Rams at my 3.
All right. I've also got Rams 3 because I only have that left, and I think that the Texans, I hate them because they beat the Browns in the playoffs 2 years ago. So, Cappy, what do you got?
Well, I will be at the Rams home opener on Sunday. And then, Chris, I think I am going to come over to Hollywood Park Casino with you for the postgame.
Oh, you are? So it'll be Travis, Sua, me, and you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to come hang out.
It's an extravaganza.
You should send Key a picture of Sua and Cappy.
Yeah.
Who's Keyshawn?
Oh, wow. Wow. Hey, listen, I'll say this about the Rams. The thing that excites me most about the Rams, in particular in Game 1, is that they're going into this season with a healthy offensive line. And it took a little bit of time for them to get their left tackle back, but he's back. He's healthy. As Sean McVay has said, he's done everything he needs to do to get himself healthy. As long as Matthew Stafford is putting on a uniform, I expect Matthew Stafford to go out there and do the things that he does. You give him a new toy with Devontae Adams. You give him a healthy offensive line. You give him a re-signed Kyron Williams. I think the Rams' offense is going to be excellent. And as far as defensively, we talk about all these young guys that they have drafted over the years, but in free agency this year, they went out and they got a big run stopper. So I love the Rams' defense. I said the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. I might as well just go for it. I'll take the Rams to cover the 3.5, and that is my 4 because that's all I got left. Put on my Rams hat, took off my Raider gear. I'm part of the Ramily. I'll see everybody on Sunday.
Yeah, that hook, Cappy, the 3.5 part is the part, much like the hook helped me on the other side on one of the earlier picks with who was the second game we picked? Oh, with the Chiefs and the Chargers. The hook scares me with the Rams. If it was like 2.5, I would feel more confident. The 3.5, that hook scared me.
Well, the hook brings you back, as Blues Traveler once said, remember?
Yeah, but the hook does bring you back.
The heart will bring you back.
But that's why only my 1 on the Rams.
What'd you say, Cappy? The hook?
I thought the heart will bring you back.
Well, the heart does bring, but so does the hook.
And the hook.
And the hoof.
Are we talking fish hook here, or are we talking what kind of hook?
To berate me, is that what you're doing now?
Oh, leave this guy alone, will you? That's one of my best pals.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He would cut your throat in a second for another hour of airtime on Sirius.
Would he really?
Probably.
Hey, let me talk to everybody about the East Central Hotel.
I'm glad I got Sedano to laugh on that one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Chris.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen, but Sua has now said that he's going to bring his own towels.
Well, that's because he's afraid that I put the towels on my privates.
Right, and he thinks that, like, he's going to get the same towel that you put on your privates.
I mean,
they're going to
wash
it. They're going to wash it. They're going to fold it. They're going to put it up in the room. And then Sua's going to wash his face and use that towel. I mean, Sua, the odds of you getting the towel that Chris uses on his privates, they're very, very low. You don't have to bring your own towels because when you go to the East Central Hotel, not only do they have the biggest hotel rooms, not only do they have amazing modern decor, a brand new gym with everything you would need in a hotel gym, the amazing Nixo Lounge, you get a cocktail at night, you have a great breakfast in the morning, the wonderful people who work at the East Central Hotel, and Sua, the softest towels you've ever felt in your life, my brother. I'm telling you right now. If you are planning a visit to downtown L.A., you come stay at the East Central. The location right across the street from L.A. Live, right there on Figueroa. You're going to get all the action of downtown L.A. You're going to get the vibe and the feel, and you're going to have a great experience at the East Central Hotel. The East Central, let's get you to book today at eastcentralhotel.com. East Central Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, entertainment's official address.
Exactly right, 9:35, the YouTube-only hour right here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. All right, coming up, we're gonna try it again on day 3, a new episode of What the Fudge. Let's see how it goes.
All right.
Plus, we've got our Dealer's Choice Real Deal by Seller's Advantage before we wrap this thing up. Remember, if you're looking for the Rich Eisen Show, it's on 7:10 a.m. or on the app. Just hit the Rich Eisen Show logo. But the Sedano and Kap Morning Show continues in about 3 minutes on the YouTube-only hour on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Avner Gatt is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Avner Gatt knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Avner Gatt is here to help. Visit AvnerGatt.com or call 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
The 2025 regular season for the LA Rams kicks off Sunday, September 7th at SoFi Stadium against the Houston Texans. Coverage begins at 11:30 a.m. with the Toyota Rams countdown to kickoff with Travis Rogers and Sua Cravens. Kickoff at 1:25 p.m. from the Palace in Inglewood. Hear every moment right here.
On your home for Rams football in the Southland, 710 ESPN, and of course, on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Legends of Hip Hop, Public Enemy, are coming to the Special Event Center at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino on Friday, November 14th. Get ready for a night of iconic tracks, unmistakable voices, and a message that still hits today with Chuck D, Flavor Flav, and the energy that helps shape generations. From Fight the Power to Bring the Noise, it's everything you remember and more. Get hyped for a night of pure old school fire and all the powerful energy that made Public Enemy legends of hip hop. That's Public Enemy live Friday, November 14th, only at Fantasy Springs. Get tickets today at FantasySpringsResort.com or call 760-342-5000.
Your morning just got a whole lot louder.
Two massive LA radio superstars.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
I'm a great tipper. Cappy's the one that never tips. He's the one that's always complaining. Why is everything got to be a tip? I tip all those mother bleepers.
Don't just listen. Watch, stream, and connect across every platform.
Not a radio station, but a multi-platform operation. Okay?
Yeah, get him, George.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, 7 to 9 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
And 9 to 10 a.m. for the YouTube-only hour.
The freaking curtains open, we bust out through them, and we hit the airwaves.
Because weekday mornings in LA belong to Sedano and Kap.
9:40 on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On this day back in 2012, Alicia Keys released this song, Girl on Fire, as a single. Also, happy 65th birthday to Damon Wayans of In Living Color fame. And today's National Wildlife Day. Did I mention that already? I think I did.
Love this song.
Amazing voice. That killed me.
That wasn't as amazing.
Is that what you were talking about? You said amazing voice. You had amazing voice. I thought you were talking about me.
All right, 9:40. Time for What the Funch.
What the Funch? What the Funch?
On YouTube
What
and the
the
ESPN
Funch?
LA app.
What the
Funchy
Funch?
is there. Funchy,
What
good morning.
the
Yo, what's up, guys?
So love
What the Funch?
What's going on?
What do you got?
I'm having some technical difficulties with my visual. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, really?
Okay, we don't need your visuals. We just need your audios, and we need your funchiness.
Well,
You want me to send my primo?
all right. All right, man.
Yo, you guys know I got a cat, right? You know, it's in the picture right there, whatever.
Yeah.
But the worst part of owning a cat is cleaning the litter box, which
Did you
I've
say
been
the
doing
worst
all
part
morning.
of what of a cat?
Of owning a cat is
I heard
cleaning
the
the litter
same
box.
I heard
Did you say boning?
Owning.
No,
Owning.
cleaning,
Owning.
owning a
Just-
litter box.
that's the way I heard
guys.
it, man.
Get
I
that
don't-
out of your mind. No.
The way you sounded.
No, man. No.
Well, to use
it's
your
early
word,
for me,
whatever.
man.
Whatever.
But anyway, I spent all morning cleaning up the litter box, man. It's the worst thing ever. Don't ever get a cat, y'all.
Wait, I thought you loved your cat.
I do, but still, I mean, like, you still got to – you guys have to see my process of doing this. That's why.
Okay,
You should
well,
film it next time, Fudge.
would love to see that process.
Well,
What is
no,
the problem?
No.
Well, what is the issue, Fudge?
problem-
I've had cats, and I thought it was pretty easy. You got a litter box. You got one of those little spoons, right? And then you go in, you pick up the duty, you put, and it's usually pretty hard duty. You put it in a
It is,
bag.
but sometimes the cat might do something like, you know, like we might have diarrhea or something one day, just like a cat might, dude.
Damn, dog.
Sometimes I have to.
No
I
cat.
have to
Damn
clean
cat.
that
Damn
diarrhea.
cat, George.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys ever seen a cat have diarrhea? It's the worst thing in the world.
No, we haven't.
I've never
No.
because I've never
No.
owned a cat
No.
because I'm not a cat person. But
me neither.
yeah, like
But
I
Fudge,
would not want.
Don't they have those litter boxes that are like electronic? You know, like when you
Yeah,
go to
the
a
automatic
bathroom,
cleaner ones.
right? You go
I
to
know.
a
You know what?
What?
Check this out. My cat is like petrified of that. You know, you've heard the term scaredy cat? That's my cat.
So it's
Oh,
a
really?
scary
He won't-
pussy
he
cat,
won't-
is what you're saying.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what he said.
Makes kind of sense,
Exactly.
I guess. Yeah.
Exactly,
Now,
guys.
I mean, I've never had a cat, but I thought I've seen stuff where like litter boxes can get like hard, and you can just
Right.
kind of like
You
take
just
the
pick it
stuff
up.
out
Right.
as they
Little shovel.
it's
Yeah, you
hardens.
could.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could, but you know, sometimes people have to do like a deep clean, and a lot of people don't do a deep clean of the litter box that are cat owners, and I've seen these cat owners, and they're disgusting. You got to deep clean that thing every couple weeks, every 3 weeks or whatever. Keep that cat in the box because
Okay, cool.
they hate a dirty litter box.
All right, what else you got, Funchy? What else other than your cat?
And the Lotto didn't hit yesterday. You guys know that?
Yes,
$1.4 billion, dude.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Still got ma.
And then this morning I'm watching the news, and everyone is going to the same places where the Lotto hit to buy tickets.
No, bad idea.
Why
That's
is that?
not.
No, that's
you don't-
never
Why
going
is
to
that?
happen again.
It's
Terrible
not-
idea.
Lightning will not strike
Exactly,
twice.
man.
No.
Exactly. Like there's a store in Hawthorne, like a liquor store that everyone goes to. There's lines out the door every time there's a big power bar or something. And yes, they're.
You got power bars over there? You
I
said?
think.
Powerball.
Yeah, I mean they're always lying out the door, and yeah, why did they go there?
It's a big mistake. Lightning will not strike twice. You got to find a different spot, man.
What?
You got to find it. And let me tell you, hey,
Yeah,
Funchy,
dude,
when
I
is
mean, like,
when's the next
numbers are
drawing for this
astronomical.
this 1.4 bill or whatever it is? When's-
Saturday, no?
It's Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Okay. All right.
You know,
I'm gonna-
you know what's so funny? Someone bought the Giants, 10% of the Giants today for $1 billion. Even if we hit the Powerball, we can't still buy 10% of an NFL team.
Well, I mean,
No.
and then you think about it. If you really think about it, if you hit the Powerball, I mean, the smart way to do it. Not that I've ever won the Powerball, but I've thought of it. It's actually $1.7 billion.
Okay. I'm in. I'm going to play.
Yeah, so it's now up to $1.7 billion. If you just take the cash out, they give you way less. They give you $770 million, and then you have to pay taxes on that too. But in the state of California, they don't charge you state taxes on lottery winnings, just federal. So $770. Let me see, $770.
So you take the money now and you invest it.
Right, $485 million is what you get. But to Lindsay's point, the way most economists say you should take the cash option and then invest it, because
Right.
if not, you'd get the 1.7 over 30 years. And what if you die? You can't roll it over.
No, but remember I told you the story yesterday. I met a guy who I played golf with. He won $3 million in the lottery.
Right.
He bought a bunch of NVIDIA stock, and by the time he had to pay the taxes, the NVIDIA stock essentially
Right.
paid for the taxes.
Yeah. So you just take the 485 and roll.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I'm going to do.
Wow.
So it's Saturday night. Saturday night is the big drawing?
Yeah, Saturday
night.
I'm going to buy
I'm
I'm going to buy a ticket in Florida so that way I can stay anonymous if I win. So if I do the show and all of a sudden I have a different glow, then
Yeah?
you'll know.
Really? Okay.
I feel
Actually,
like I had money wasted. 'cause I
I'm going
bought
to
a
do this.
ticket
I'm going to do
yesterday.
this though. You ready for this, George?
Yeah.
I'm going to Venmo you. And
You
I want
Venmo me?
Yeah, and I want you to buy us
Yeah.
Lottery
No,
tickets.
not
in
us.
This, yes,
no.
us.
This is a me thing.
All right, then hold on. You ready? I'm going to Venmo you, and I want you to buy
Separate-
for me.
Right, but you
in
got to
the-
give me the numbers.
Right, in the state of Florida.
In writing.
I want in Florida.
And I want the numbers, though.
I
So
will
that
give
way
you
I-
the numbers.
Yeah.
And I want you to buy me tickets in Florida.
Yeah.
Darling.
Okay.
Put it in the
Darling.
group chat.
Yeah,
Hey-
you got to put them in the group chat so we have witnesses.
All right, thank you, Funchy.
Hey,
Hi,
Fudge.
Fudge.
Hey, Fudge. Hey, real quick. Fudge, why do DeMarco and Travis refuse to call you Funchy Lover?
I don't know. I don't think Travis likes calling anyone a name and then love it afterwards.
That's
He
weird.
looked at me weird.
He sleeps
He
naked.
looked at
should
me
be into
really
it.
weird.
Travis sleeps naked?
Yeah, Travis sleeps naked.
So do I.
Does he really?
Yep.
I do. Too.
I only thought that was Cappy that would do that.
Yeah, no, I sleep naked all the time, anywhere. Doesn't matter where I'm at. Like if I stayed at George's house and stayed on the couch,
Nope.
forget it. I'm naked.
I used to do it a
Naked
lot,
now,
but,
guys.
but now I don't do it as much.
Why not? You should feel much better about yourself naked now.
Yeah, I do, but I'm not waxed on the back, and then we got the other thing that's
Yeah, the whole
waxed.
shrubbery
Funchy, how are
issue.
you sleeping these days?
I sleep pretty naked.
Pretty naked.
Pretty naked? What
Pretty
does
naked.
that mean,
Pretty
though?
naked.
Pretty
Well,
naked.
I mean, I have my underwear on,
Okay.
but I don't have anything else on. Yeah,
Got
so
them drawers
I
on,
keep
boy.
it sexy. Keep it sexy at night, baby.
Okay, all right, Funchy.
job,
I
Fudge.
love it.
Got them chonies on, homeboy.
So Funchy
That's
Funchy
right.
Lover with the chonis. Yeah, exactly.
Ready to go, baby. Ready to go.
All right,
Ready to
Funchy.
go.
Have a great day, buddy. Go get a nap in.
Yeah,
Okay.
go clean the litter
Okay, guys.
box.
I will.
So it
I
was,
will.
Oh,
I
see
will.
you,
Thank
Fudge.
you, guys.
It was rough out of the gate, but then he brought it at the end.
He brought a little bit of action.
Yeah,
to
you
the
know what
end.
it is? We need to direct Funch
Yeah.
a little more,
Yeah,
I think.
I think.
And by the way, you guys think that I'm like some tech moron. I mean, Funchy has me beat. I mean, he can't figure out the video part of this.
He needs a social team, to help him out there.
I know he does.
But he'll buy another day. He can do it tomorrow with Trudeau.
All right,
and I.
we'll give him
He got
another
one
day.
more day.
We will give
But
him
we
another
got,
shot.
We got to direct him.
Mhm.
Like, hey, Funch, his bit should be that he's in his underpants.
Right.
Freaking guy, wacko.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when he did say cat owner, I definitely did not think he said owner.
I love how he
Yeah,
says
he
pretty
said
naked, and then Greg's like, well, then it's not naked. I was like, yeah, pretty naked.
Right.
Different
Right.
thing.
That's
There.
low.
Yeah, that is the different thing. I
Yeah,
would
like,
say.
I'm a little pregnant, just a little bit. A little pregnant.
What?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you're either pregnant or you're not pregnant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
know
can
what I'm
see that.
saying?
You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Doing a YouTube on
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me, dog?
So tomorrow on the show, Trudell's going to be here with Cappy and then the whole crew. Sedano has the day off as he gets ready for college football this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be an extravaganza, Feel-Good Friday. And here's the thing. I want a funny bit for Trudell. I
Okay.
want us to be prepared with something like he's pretty loose these days. He goes
Yes,
with
he
us,
is.
but I want to take
I
it
mean,
even
the
higher.
nudge.
The
The
nudge.
booty drop. The booty drop was amazing.
Plus, he tells me things in private that I'm stunned that he's talking to me about. So, but I want to take it higher tomorrow.
Okay.
And
Like
we gotta-
Creed.
Can you take me
Right,
higher?
Exactly. I want him to really be like, wow, I don't know if I could do this show again.
Right. Like, let's do something to Trudell tomorrow that literally makes him think, you know what, I cannot do this again.
Exactly.
If Sedano's here, he'll protect me.
What do you have in mind?
I don't
I
know
don't-
yet.
I don't know
we
yet
gotta
either.
Workshop it.
Right. We're going to think it out all day today. We're going to give it a lot of thought. Come on. Yeah. We're going to take him to where blind men see.
Right.
And,
And golden streets, not streams, but streets.
Oh, it is streets?
Yeah, not streams.
I always thought it was streams.
Nah, that's something else.
It's a different thing.
Then.
We should
What
do
is-
like Creed Thursdays.
When is Creed coming to L.A.? Didn't
Do they have enough
They were
music to
just
do a
here.
Creed Thursday?
I did this
Oh,
bit
George.
last night with Stephanie because she was like, "Oh, they don't have enough music," and I was like,
They
"No,
do.
they got enough music."
They got enough.
No
they got
way.
plenty.
Yeah.
They got a
Not like
catalog.
every Thursday, though.
No, it has to be
Let's
like
go there.
once a month.
No, we'll have to recycle them.
Hey, you know that Riz does a Throwback Thursday every week, and they
Oh,
pick,
there's
a,
the
they
Riz
pick
man.
an
Well,
artist.
then we should do it. Whatever Riz does, we
They
should
pick
do.
an artist.
Can you take me higher? Yeah, we're gonna have to do something tomorrow, Chris. That's really gonna make Trudell think. I don't know if this is for me.
I'm trying to think what it could be because you've already done the Riggs bit, that Riggs is a girl, not a boy. That didn't seem to get him to say.
Well, I don't think that was a bit. I think Cappy was genuinely confused by the long hair,
Right.
and then after that, yeah.
I mean, he was annoyed about the IG that you stopped, took a screenshot, and then zoomed in
I mean,
on.
you took a screenshot is kind of weird.
So that did kind of freak him out off the air. So
Yeah,
maybe,
but I think that would not. I wouldn't cross that line.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
It's a line that's crossable, huh?
Yeah, I would not cross that line.
Too much crossing.
Yeah, let's be respectful.
Okay. All right.
Uncomfortable is a different thing. Respectful is another.
Maybe I'll try to find some old Thompson and Trudell shows when he was really tight, like in 2016.
Oh, now that would be funny, and,
And
you
I'll
could break down that. Yeah, now that I think is interesting.
Let me try to find some in the archives.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we're looking for cringe.
Yeah,
I think we're looking
cringe
I think
AF.
Yeah, we're looking for cringe. We're looking for train wreck. Like where you have to look when you're driving by. Like we want to make it so that Trudell is just a little wigged out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, Sedano, you got some stuff to record after the show. Just heads up, because Lindsay and I have to head to Yamava.
Oh, you guys are heading out to Yamava, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What do I have to record?
You got a commercial, and you got 2 liners. So 2 liners from me and a commercial from Mario. Hey, Sedano, it's Mario. Time to record those commercials.
Okay, man.
I know you've got college football and you're not doing Friday's show, but what's good? It was good. Let's do this.
What's goody?
Hey, George, college football this weekend. You've got this Florida State East Texas A&M game on the ACC network. I've never heard of East Texas A&M. I didn't
They used
realize
to be called Texas Commerce.
Okay, I didn't know that Texas A&M had directional versions of their school.
Yeah, it's a whole system, kind of like the Cal State system.
Got it. It's interesting how last week in college football we had these incredible matchups: Ohio State, Texas, Florida State, Alabama.
Right.
Clemson and LSU. Like there were all these really good matchups. I'm looking in the top 25 of college football this weekend for something that I find interesting, and I'm not finding much really. Like Penn State is playing Florida International.
Well, what happens is when you get those big matchups, right? Like usually the next week you don't want to play another juggernaut. You know what I'm saying?
Just it.
So,
right.
But there are some good games. Like I would say, you may not find this super interesting, but on ESPN, Illinois, who is obviously a team we've talked about here because of the Big Ten, they're going to Duke, who won 9 games last year and has won 9 games, I believe, 3 seasons in a row. Like they're a good team, Duke.
Yeah. But
Iowa State is a good regional matchup that historically has had good games.
What do you mean about Tennessee versus East Tennessee State?
Baylor and SMU, a battle of the Big 12 and the SEC.
Huh? Yeah,
No, not that one.
No.
That's a good game.
How about South Carolina versus South Carolina State?
Look, Oklahoma State, Oregon is a good matchup.
Are you just reading the schedule, Cap?
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make a point.
Ole Miss and Kentucky on ABC, that's a pretty good one.
Oh, this is your bit about how, oh, man, what happened to week 2? It's also week 1 of the NFL. That's why they're backing off.
I understand, but, I'm looking at all these big schools
Wait,
that all played,
Michigan and
games last
Oklahoma
week.
play on ABC.
Oh,
that's a hell
good
of a
game.
matchup.
Now, there you go. There's a good game. But, Miami versus Bethune-Cookman. We come off the high of Miami-Notre Dame.
But they just played Notre Dame. What do you want them to do?
Well, I want them to play somebody interesting.
They play someone interesting almost every week, but every team's going to have one game where they're like, all right, let me get my young guys in.
Well, this was my point last week, is I'd rather warm up with a cupcake and then go play a
but
tough
to
game in
Chris's
week
point,
2.
why would you want to do the warm-up when there's no NFL going on? Don't you want to get the big numbers? Like Miami Notre Dame did 11 million people on ABC.
As a fan, I loved it.
Yeah.
If I were running a program, I'd rather do what USC did than what Miami Notre Dame did. Now, as a fan,
Yeah, but
as a
remember,
TV
last
viewer,
year,
it was amazing.
USC did LSU.
Yeah, and they won that game.
They won that game. Well, we
Yeah,
were very
right.
hopeful, and then
Right.
it all
Right.
came out.
Yeah.
All right, real quick, for our YouTube audience, the Sedano and Cap show, we're going to do this giveaway for tomorrow. We're going to be at the Coors Light Chill Zone at Angels Stadium. Angels A's. So caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN. You win a family 4-pack of tickets to be with Cappy and I in the Coors Light Chill Zone. We got your food covered. We got icy Coors Light. We got fun and frivolity. And we're going to eat 5 big fat ones with you. Listen, if you want to see your fat one, we'll eat your big fat one if you want to see.
Oh, wow. We'll eat all the fat ones,
Just make
bros.
sure to put mustard on it first, okay?
Yeah. And I like the relish that they got there, too.
That's nice relish. And they got the Caesar salad. They got
Very
some good kettle chips with their nice onion dip. It's nice.
Those good cookies. Those good cookies are really nice.
Caller 7 at 877-710-ESPN. You're going to join us tomorrow in the Coors Light Chill Zone at Angel Stadium.
Right on. Hey, can I just say one thing to everybody who's listening and watching right now?
Yeah, let's do the Seller's Advantage Dealer's Choice here by our friends at Seller's Advantage. Hit the music, Jorge. Oh, you don't know that music. That's DeAndre knows that music. That's okay. We'll
Really? You don't know that music?
He doesn't know that music.
I do not know that music.
It goes like this. It goes da di di do do di da di da di di da da di di do. No, you don't know that music, huh?
Tell us about Dealer's Choice.
The Dealer's Choice, the real deal, is brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Hey, if you want to sell your house before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. They will buy it with an as-is competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. How much time do I have here?
About 2 minutes.
Oh, really? I don't need 2 minutes. I mean, this is just a purely self-serving, selfish, everything, it's all about me kind of a message. It goes like this. You know, I see a lot of people that are saying, hey, you know, like, I don't love the new lineup, and I have a lot of other people that say I love the new lineup. For example, yesterday I was talking to Omar from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, and Omar's like, Cap, I love having the Sedano and Cap show on in the morning because Omar's in his car driving in the morning. But in the afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m., you know what that brother's doing? He's out there selling cars, right?
Yeah.
He's selling Subarus. So for everybody that loves the new lineup, we're happy that you do. For those of you that it has changed your schedule or it's inconvenient, therefore you hate the new lineup, you'll get over it. A lot of people I'm seeing on social media that are in different times of the day, they're listening to the podcast version of Sedano and Cap, which you obviously can get on ESPN LA. But here comes the self-serving part. For those of you guys that don't want to hear a replay of the Blue Review, I do. I want to hear that. Or for those of you guys that are not eyes-in listeners, that's fine too. That's why we have so many options for you, including the Cappy Cast, which is coming your way in a matter of moments.
I was wondering where it was. And
Right,
there
the
it is.
self-serving part. So for everybody that wants to
brought to you by
for those of you that want to continue to hang out, I got 2 more hours to go. Cappy Cast on YouTube coming your way. And guess what?
Did your guy
I'll hang out with you guys.
By the way, this cannot be your Dealer's Choice every day.
No,
you
can't.
I mean, you've done this basically like the entire week.
Well, it's kind of like the end of the show. Like, George, you're heading off to Florida State.
Yeah, but
and,
no. Don't
Texas
make this
A&M
about
East.
George. Okay, you're not going to just roll out of bed like Fudge and come on the air with us. That's not what you're going to do.
What do you mean roll out of bed?
You're trying to do in the roll. Oh, I don't have a Dealer's Choice. I didn't give any
No,
thought to
that's
this,
not it
even
at
though
all.
I'm overpaid and underqualified.
Who's overpaid and underqualified?
You.
But underqualified for what?
This.
Wait, I'm underqualified for this?
I mean, Sedano and Trudell would be a better show. Might be not as fun of a show, but a better show, probably.
Well, again, I've asked you many times, publish the playbook.
No, it's a private playbook.
It's a textbook.
The playbook.
And put the textbook
Hashtag the
out there
playbook.
for all of sports radio to understand how it's supposed to be done. I told you in the beginning, this is self-serving.
Wait,
come hang out with me.
I think what we should do is we should have a weekly segment, or maybe even a monthly segment, like first Friday of every month or something like that. And we could call it the playbook, and then listeners can call in and ask Chris questions about the playbook.
Let's do it.
Oh,
kind
I
of like
love
JT
that.
the Brick had the handoff. This would be the playbook.
Well, it would be, you're the mentor, Andrew Ashwood, many, many years ago at a place when Cappy and I both worked. He used to have a segment called Ask the Program Director. So it could be very similar. We could do it here on YouTube.
Well, we
Ask
could do
the
Ask
Program
Kirk.
Director was one of my
We could just
favorites.
call Kirk in Vegas, have them ask Kirk.
All right, we're done here. Excellent work, Parker and his crew back there. Great job, Funchy, for joining us. Thanks to Kevibn Demoff, Michelle Smallmon. Great job, Lindsay, Bergman, Briones, Christopher, Cappy. Excellent work as always. I'll talk to you guys next week. Have a great, fun time with Trudell. And, of course,
We might
Rich
mount
Eisen.
him. Maybe that's what we do, is we just
you know
mount
what?
him.
He'll never be back after tomorrow. We don't know what we're
just
going to do
mount
to
him.
him.
Yeah.
But we're going to do something to him.
Oh, he said, "On hold tight because we got to record up with
I am just going to sign off the YouTube. I'm good.
Not me.
Yes.
I'm going to the Cappy Cast.
Have
Did
a
I
great
mention
day,
that?
everyone. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m.